Yo, back on the road, never ending slaves. Just the usual route, the usual walk. Slave interactions. We're going to have the slaves showing up for work at this time of day. So we're going to catch slaves on their way to work. Make our usual walk to the river, down by the van. We'll see what shenanigans. Yesterday, the stream popped off early with some excitement. We had some security guards getting aggressive. Assault and battery on me, caught on tape. Got the guy's name, the security company that he works for. What an idiot he was. Stepped on my shoe, pushed me out of the way with his big fat belly, stick his arms out. They think if they stick their arms out and walk into you, like I was completely would have been in my right to blast them in his fucking face, mace him, whatever. You're not allowed to touch people like that. It's assault. But somehow I didn't end up blasting him in his face. I really, really wanted to. When I walked away, I was regretting not blasting him because he pissed me off so bad. But like Freedom Goer said, maybe I took the higher ground. Maybe it's all for the best. Bryan does talk about self-control. So maybe I was able to exercise a little self-control, show that man a little mercy and not have to bust his nose or jaw in front of his coworkers. Big stank. Licking ass and taking names. What's up with these fucking squirrels, dude? They need some fucking food or what? Do I got food for them? It's gotta be something I'm lugging around. Where's my squirrel friends at? Where are you, you little squirrelers? Probably on the other side. What am I gonna feed these fuckers? I don't even know if I have anything to feed them. Might be something. Oh, I got a sugar cookie. I don't like feeding animals sugar though. I feel bad. Some sugared out frosted sugar cookie. Yo, that's it, bro. You controlled yourself. Of course, you want to give them. All right. That's actually what these nasty cars want. Fair play to you, pal. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you also you can educate these people with a punch to the face. Like you don't just get to assault people. So whatever. It could have gone way left. Could have got jumped by a group of people. I don't know. I just find this stuff interesting when it's on film. This is the spot that the cop was fucking wilding out. But they deleted my stream when they had the protests right here at the Capitol. All right, where's the squirrels at? We got birds. If you observe nature, look at these birds. They just live and eat. They don't need our food. They find food on their own. Perfectly warm with their feathers. They know how to survive. Learn from these motherfuckers. The trees, they live in balance. The tree branches won't get all caught up on each other. When the trees sense that they're kind of like hitting another tree, they stop sort of pushing their branches out like that. There's plenty to learn from nature. Building's insane. They say the Frisian people from the Orwellian book were the master builders. They built all the beautiful buildings around the world. All right, so could take us a few minutes to get into some action here. We got slaves on their way to work. We'll head down to the river. We don't know what it's going to be like the lunchtime stream. There's lots of slaves getting lunch. evening stream. There's some slaves out and about. The morning stream, not that sure. What's up, Julian? Thanks for stopping by yesterday. Thanks for your contributions and messages. I appreciate that. Keeps you motivated and inspired. So we got this obelisk directly in front of us. The obelisk lines up directly with the front door of this building and the building behind it. No big deal, though. It's just an obelisk. What's the big deal? Why does it got to be conspiracy around obelisks? Like they have some sort of energy function. Something interesting about it. Why would people think like that? As Americans, you don't think like that. You don't question things. You just look at the obelisk, read the little plaque next to it, and that's what it is. What happened? It's like this bell over here. We got a nice iron bell. One question, it was just for ding-a-ling and ding dong. You know, they made a fucking bell that weighs like 4 tons. Just for a little bing ding. No energy, technology involved. It's just a bell. I'm gonna go buy the bell real quick. For whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. I mean, it's just a bell, dude. Connected to a giant old piece of wood. I don't see what the big deal is. It's just a bell. The Liberty Bell, the cracked bells. Yeah, how did the bells get cracked? They were just dinging them too loud, you know? Maybe that's how they cracked. You know all these ginormous bells with cracks in them? What's the big deal? It's connected to an old piece of wood. I don't see why people would question. Oh, there's a plaque. So it's clearly, yes, the historic preservation, education, patriotism. Mount Rosa Chapter, National Society, Daughters of the American Revolution, restoration and rededication of the Colorado Liberty Bell replica. Yeah, it's a replica, dude. Who cares? What does it read on this? Let's see. Let's see what this reads. So it says, okay, it's got XXVVX. So 10, 20, 25. I don't know what the fuck that's talking about. All right. Proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. LEV dot whatever. Okay. Let's keep reading. By order of the Assembly of the Province of Pennsylvania for the State House in Philadelphia. Pass and stow. Philadelphia. What a year. MD. So we got MD, CC, so MD, so M must be 1,000, D must be 500. Then the CC, 16, 17. So 1,700, then the L must be like a 50 or something. So 1,750. So 1753, I think they're saying. So this is a replica of a bell from 1753. They made this crazy multi-ton bell, which was probably way bigger in Philadelphia, but it was just a bell, just for a little ding-donging. There was no like energy things involved. No conspiracy why they're all cracked. Why do you? You mean why don't I? I guess I could do that some more. You find me attractive? Why do you walk around asking people if they find you attractive? Because it's funny. Because when they say no, when they sit there and have to like question it, it's hilarious. And plus, you know, I can go in and out of attractiveness. I know as you get older, it's hard to be attractive, but like narcissists are able to clean up and look physically attractive. I don't know if I'm a narcissist or not, but like I sort of know I'm an attractive person, but you could be kind of unattractive. Like at my best, I'm attractive, but like you could get fat, you could get old, your hair could be weird. I don't know. It's just a funny question. But attractive doesn't always have to be about physical. There's a magnetic thing. Maybe those bells. Something to do with magnetism. Electromagnetism. That's what who's the guy that made the book, The Universal One? Says everything is electromagnetism. Everything in the world. Electromagnetism and light. So we ain't got tons of power juice on the phone, but I do have a laptop. Let me plug the phone in. We could bust out the laptop. I got the office space I could work out of. But I don't know. I'd rather be on the street doing shit. So, but we could go in the office for a little bit. I know O2W is going live in about 45 minutes. He's looking for action. He's looking for trouble. Where's Bryan O'Shea at? He said on his stream where he's trying to do gossip and drama with Cynthia and that fucking crispy creep bitch. Where's Bryan O'Shea at? We're trying to kick up the drama. Yeah. So I could go over there and he'll be like, I'm going to scratch your eyes out and eat them and feed them to you and put them up your butt. How dare you talk about my daughter? What a dumbass. Figure it out, O2W. I don't know what the fuck you got going on. You in fucking slow states, stupid ass. I don't know what you fools are trying to fucking do. I know. I want to get my money from jokes. I don't need to grift and do fucking stupid fucking schemes. Get people to donate on stream. I need to write my jokes off stream. I need to get on stage off stream. I think that's where my money's going to come from. This is just fun. This is a chance to talk, interact with slaves. There could be comedic value and all this shit. Sometimes you can't get on stage every night. But it's just an exercise in holding slaves accountable, having conversations, sort of shaking people up, have them question reality, as Julian says. Like this guy, dude. This corporate guy, dude. He's a little skinny. Probably does cocaine or something. So we're close to the office space. I could plug the phone in for a little while. I got 18% right now. We'll figure it out. Entering the downtown area. Lots of slaves are heading in for work. I think lunchtime's a little bit better time to find these fuckers. But we'll try to get into something. Figure it out. Let's see. Licking ass and taking names. That's right, Big Stink. O2W is a follower. Pretty sad that he's got to copy another man. Don't forget Tardik. O2W lost his marbles. Yeah, Tardik, he's such a fucking little bitch. Dude, trying to come at me all the time. I got information on O'Shea and Big Black. Boy, that boy is stupid. Golly. Man, that dude is stupid. Like, what a shameless freak that Tarek is. What a fucking life that loser has. Going from one loser panel to the other, getting caught up in the gossip drama. What a fucking moron. He's completely convicted himself in the court of popular opinion. Like, he's, you know what I'm saying? All these scenarios are like little versions of being in the courtroom. Like Tarek has no credibility. He's a complete shameless fool. It's the boy who cried wolf. Whatever. No use in talking about these fucking losers. I just do my thing. Do it how I do it, which is different from how they do it. I don't want no part of what they're into, what they're talking about. And just do my thing. I don't know what the fuck they got going on. Like, they really think it's going to work out for them in the long run? The way they move and operate and interact with the world? They're just like the politicians, except they're way on the lower level and they have nothing. They're like throwing it all away for nothing, for scraps on a live stream, selling their soul and spirits for nothing. At least Trump and them get fucking a yacht or I don't fucking know, something, dude. These fucking losers give it all away for nothing. But I mean, Trump and them, they're equally bad. The material gain is nothing. So it's like they're pretty equal, but they're pretty low. Like, I don't know. I don't even know why I talk about it. It's fucking stupid. But perhaps we'll find a slave or two before we get to the river. Catch them on the way to work. This might not be the greatest time for slave interactions. Pretty dry in these streets. You might just have to figure something out. All fast cars. So what's today? Friday. Setting up some TaskRabbit jobs. I got a job or two today. I got a job tomorrow. I got a job Sunday. The jiu-jitsu's been on hold. I've been doing free trial classes. I fucked my back up the last one. So I haven't trained in about a week. That training was sick. And I did the open rolling last Friday. Fucking great workout, dude. I didn't tap from sheer exhaustion, which is an accomplishment. Sometimes you'll tap just because you're fucking tired. Especially if there's a big dude laying on your fucking chest, constricting your breathing. Yeah, this is fucking wild, guys. There's no one out. So I got to ask you guys a question. I posted this on Hostile Architecture last night. So here's a bench. Is this like combination of architecture and it's making it uncomfortable when people sleep? I did land on my back and a bunch of change fell in there. You could lose a phone in there in these slats. Awesome change in there. There's a metal bin. But how many phones are inside of there as well? How do you get inside that contraption? It's like a metal container underneath, sealed up. But people are like, I don't know, I think this might just be architecture. But it definitely got things inside to prevent skateboarders. But I don't know if this is trying to prevent people from having a comfortable night. On your side, it is kind of uncomfortable. If you lay on your back, so I don't know. You can't really just sleep there anyways. Because these, people can lay on these. But these areas are pretty well monitored from laying around. Hostile Architecture. Got me some anabolic steroids. Oh shit. Fuck you trying to do, dude? Fucking working out? Like it's the 90s? Everyone's on that testosterone. Huh? I heard things about this testosterone, TRT treatment. I don't know, man. The way they described you feel after taking TRT is like how I feel after doing jiu-jitsu. Like, yeah, you just feel good. Everything, you're smoking all this shit. Oil, ooh. $25 a bottle. Okay, whatever. Dude's rocking out to heavy metal music. He's about my age, about 50, 45, 50 years old, walking around with a mobile speaker blasting death metal. And he's got his beard dyed red. I should have put the camera on him. That's pretty juvenile behavior. Tardik is restreaming me? What a fucking idiot. What a dumbass. What a fucking loser Tarek is. Come on, Tarek, with your fucking... What about me and Big Lack, Tarek, you fucking loser idiot? How do I know him? How is he part of that paperwork that I've already talked about? So you're exposing nothing new. You fucking loser. You toothless fucking crackhead. Hey, I'm talking. I slap my gums around and getting out the online gossip. I'm an old fucking loser idiot. My name's Tarek. What's up, brother? Man, there's no slaves around, people. It's a bad time to interact with slaves. They're all walking into their offices. What you got, Tarek? I'm going to retrieve it. I'm going to put it on my stream. All the information on Jose. I'm going to expose him. Him and Big Lack were best friends. I have all the paperwork. What a fucking idiot loser you are. Look at this guy. What's up, big dog? Hello, sir. Don't give him too much hell in the office today. This guy's a fucking mover and a shaker, dude. Hey, Hispanics doing all the construction. Not a single white person ever. Do white people not know how to build anything or work on anything anymore? Just always Hispanic people in the construction. I gotta admit, man, these Hispanic people kind of piss me off, dude. They are fucking straight up slaves, dude. I mean, they're hard working, but they didn't stand for shit during COVID. They're quite weak people, dude. Sorry to say it. These Browns, these Mexican Browns, quite weak people. Don't stand for shit. Go along to get along. Got the female construction workers. They're always like 80 pounds, the female construction workers. I think what they're doing in Denver is they tore up all these fucking streets. I think they're like sealing up the tunnels or something. They get scared that the tunnels can be used by people. It could be powerful to them. All these old historic tunnels. Because they're breaking up these streets. And these streets are like, and then they put it all back together. Like they're spending millions and millions and millions and millions. And they do it fast. They bust these streets up. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, dude. Because it doesn't seem like they're installing anything. I literally think they're just going around the city like fucking with the tunnels for some reason. So maybe there's power in being able to move in silence underground. Hispanic people love their servitude. Dude. There's nothing worse than COVID is some Hispanic bitch. You have to put your mask. Do. Oh, no. Like a Hispanic fucking police officer bitch. That's what it's going to be in America. It's going to be all these female fucking police officers, security force fucking thing. Martial law. You have to come out your house. No, the law says, and they'll just kill and maim and in prison. They just follow orders, just order following fucking idiots. I'm telling you, there's something to the white people, blue eyed. I'm blue eyed and white, but like, there's something to blonde haired, blue eyed white people. Okay, yeah, Nazi, white supremacy. That's what it sounds like, right? It's the actual truth. They're actually the best, and it's just part of nature. But I'm not saying I'm the best, and I'm not saying white, blue-eyed people like it's been corrupted. It's been the bloodline isn't pure. It's been mixed. They mixed with the fit. See, Freya's the white, the best. Then there's Finda, which is the browns, and then there's Linda, the blacks. So everyone's been mixed up. The Freyas got mixed up with the Findas and the Lindas. Lydias. Oh, really, Lord? Your butt has a fucking unique smell. How the fuck do I block this stupid ass? I can't just click on you and ban and delete. Okay, that's it. Good stuff. Real funny, Lord. Your butt. That's just hilarious. Your butt. But yeah, man, these white, blue-eyed, blonde-haired people, they're just the best, dude. They have the best discernment, they have the best self-control, they're the wisest, they make the best weapons, the best iron. Those type of people that build the best buildings. They're the true ones that build, not the browns. The whites are the ones who should build the buildings. They're the ones who made all the beautiful, best buildings. Browns are just slaves. They're just straight up slaves, doing what they're told. And the shit, and they don't care about making fucking excellence in their work. They'll just do whatever, dude. Cut corners, get the job done, get the paycheck. They don't stand for shit. Hello, ma'am. You look wonderful today. Are you vaccinated? You gotta go. It's fucking vaccinated idiots. I'm not restreaming you. They're lying to you, O'Shea, dummy. You're still a moron, Tarek. You still try to fucking slander my name, you fucking crackhead, toothless fool. Keep my name out of your fucking mouth, you stupid bitch. Or keep it in because you're a fucking moron. You make yourself look stupid. So what's up with me and Big Lag, dum-dum? What kind of paperwork you find, dum-dum? What kind of paperwork were you going to expose me with and you're going to put it on your stream? Where's all that at? Just typical Tarek nonsense talk. Never follows through. Why don't you give me some money for your lying, you fucking bitch? Why don't you go ahead and send $50 to my Cash App because you're a fucking lying bitch? Put it in chat. Yeah, I just sent O'Shea 50 because I'm a lying bitch. That'd be a good place to start. Maybe I don't even want your stupid, dirty, fraudulent fucking money. Whatever stupid scams you do off stream. So how about you just keep your stupid money and you type in chat. My name is Tarek. I'm a fucking lying moron. Caught up in internet gossip. And I try to beseech O'Shea's name. Like a fucking dumb fuck. Okay, Tarek. What an idiot. They love being talked about. Look at them. O'Shea, holy cow. They get all happy. They love being talked about. Fucking idiots. Let's see what this cop's up to. What's up, big dog? Welcome to the live stream. Pretty chill out here, huh? Watching 16, keeping an eye on it. Make sure everyone's safe. How you like this job? Yeah. What you make, about 150K a year? Do you ever arrest people even though they didn't cause loss, injury, or harm? Or they always have to cause loss, injury, or harm to get cuffs on them? Let me help you. Oh, I'm just doing a live stream asking public servant questions. Have your name and badge number, please.
Name is Detective McKeevan. Badge is 061.
Detective McKeevan, 06148. Do you have a business card? That's all right. Don't worry about it. I think my cousin's a cop. I got to track that guy down. But you guys do allow people in Denver to travel freely. I can appreciate that. I respect that. You guys did pass that ordinance where you don't pull people over for minor traffic infractions. I thought that was pretty cool. Because there is a viral video from here where someone had no license, no insurance, no plates. They didn't get any tickets. It went viral. What's you doing? Your wife texting you?
Nope.
You seem kind of like, I don't know, dude, not really willing to talk, or you seem kind of upset a little bit. You just don't like people talking about freedom and interacting with public servants. You think I'm doing something wrong or something? I'm asking questions, but you just seem put off. You seem not willing to like be open. Like you are you're my servant, right? You're a public servant. True or no?
Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, you could answer the questions. The first question was, do you ever put anyone in jail when they're not causing loss, injury, or harm? Because wouldn't that make sense? Wouldn't it make sense for someone to need to cause loss, injury, harm to have cuffs put on them?
Good day.
All right, brother. Maybe I should speak to the information officer. That's what I always refer you to. Information. Hey, it's you again. Nice costume. He's got a costume. You got a costume. Hey, do you guys get those from Halloween stores, those costumes? Cool, man. These guys are cool guys, man. Keeping us safe, safety. Sure, that detective right there would keep me nice and safe. If anything happened, you know. Like yesterday, my interaction with the security guard. I'm sure if that cop was there, he'd have been like, yeah, security. He's got it on film. You can't just touch him with your big fat belly and step on his feet, step on his shoes, and assault him. You'd have put that security guy right in cuffs. Bro was trying so hard to start something. Am I really? My first question was, does someone need to cause loss, injury, or harm to be arrested? That's not a reasonable question to ask someone who's just literally doing nothing, getting paid $150K a year to sit and watch 16th Street at 8 a.m. Hey, brush your teeth before you go to bed. You said the big red hand mean don't walk. What a dumbass. Now he wants to talk. Now he wants to interact. Now he wants to get on a loudspeaker. What if it's a crime? Then do something, dude. Who'd I cause loss, injury, harm to? Shouldn't I be in cuffs? I just committed a crime right in front of you, dude. The big red hand means don't walk. If you see a sign, obey it. Obey the computer robot. When the robot is green, that means you can go safely. But until then, just obey the robot. Just obey the robot. Just obey the robot. This guy seems like a nice guy. 150K, 200K a year, they brag about it. They like to brag about it. Shut up, Turk. No one loves you. You're a fucking moron. Is there anything I can help you with? Do you have any questions? As I'm asking him questions? What a fucking idiot. USA, USA, freedom, freedom, USA, USA, freedom, freedom, USA, USA. Those guys got offended by me yelling USA. USA, freedom. You guys aren't slaves, you're free. Those vaccines were nice and good for you. USA, USA. You guys see the chat logs? These people in group chats? The politicians? They were like fucking sending national secret, whatever the fuck. I'm not into fucking national secrets. I'm like Talcott. But like, they're like, yeah, we just bombed Syria. And they're all putting like fucking muscle emojis and fucking USA and flags and USA. And we just bomb some brown people somewhere. They're all like, yeah, USA. So let's bother him with pointless questions. God, the stupid money symbols fucking blocking. We know the answer to already. No, all you went up to a cop asking different questions and commented on him texting. Comment on him texting a wife, then ask a dumb question. Then ask for a name. A great little play-by-play fucking rundown right there, you fucking idiot. It clearly asked him a simple question which you couldn't answer, which is the crux of the whole thing. Should someone, before you put him in custody, have caused loss, injury, and harm to someone? It's a very easy answer. He couldn't answer it, didn't answer it, was unwilling to answer it, which in itself is plenty of all the answers I need. You can tell by the demeanor. That was court on the side of the road. His demeanor, he was convicted. He's not trustworthy. His testimony cannot be trusted. He was emotional. He was even if the emotion was like, I could just tell that he was annoyed. But there's no reason to be annoyed. It was a very reasonable question, the very first question, the most important question. Before you put cuss someone, should they have caused loss, injury, harm? He couldn't answer or was refusing to answer, and he's a detective. That's creepy. Should have been like, yes, that's absolutely what it should be. And that's how I move. I do not violate people's rights. I've run into cops like that. People try to violate my rights, and cop told him, no, I'm not going to violate his rights today. That's when the chat offered to buy him lunch. I said, we should buy him lunch. And then the chat donated, and Paul sent me the money, and we were going to buy him lunch. Then we tracked him down, tried to buy him lunch. He's like, I can't be accepting gifts like that or something. But we tried. That's why I don't have problems with it, bro. I don't have problems with anyone. I only have problems with people that bring problems to me. Why are correct? What a dumbass. Wow, Tarek, you're very hip. You used Y instead of YOU. It's saved you a lot of time. Makes you look very hip. Ban this fucking loser. Just looking at this fucking chat. Get out. This ultimate troll, whites don't do shit. Yeah, like the modern version of whites, like everything's corrupted, everything's been tainted, everything's been the purity has been mixed. It's unpure. And I know this language, dude, this language of like white supremacy, but that's how inverted everything is. Like, the way I speak does sound Nazi, does sound white supremacist, but there's truth to it. Like, these white, blue-eyed, blonde people are just the best. It's just like nature. It's like saying nature's the best. They're looking at something, saying that tree's green or the sky's blue. It's just facts of life. It's like nothing to be upset about because the whites just are the best. We're talking in the pure form, when they do the wisdom, when they live like Frisians, when they're all about freedom. They put their laws on the wall. That's how they did it. Like, they'd have their, what would they call them? It'd be like not a synagogue or a cathedral, whatever the name they had for like their religious sort of building like that. I don't even know if it's religious, but some sort of sacred building. And they would have their sacred text, their laws. They would just write them on the wall. Anyone could see it. Their language was very sort of simple and direct. And when in conversation, they're very direct. Like, they'll call you out, they'll hold you accountable. They're just very direct. Even to this day, the Dutch So it's the people from like Denmark, Norway, Germany, these Dutch people. Their language today is very direct like that. They don't mince words. Everything was built and made and created by any race, but white people. They never invented. It's supposed to be a black person I'm talking. Because the browns don't react like this. And the yellows. Let me read this stupid comment. So this person says, I'm getting the shade here. Read this better. Everything was built, made, and created by any race but white people. They never invented any weapons besides the ones that are toxic to the planet. They didn't create religion. They didn't create anything. There's Frisian, the original best of the whites. Yeah, there's plenty of loser whites all around me. I interact with them every day. They got blue eyes, blonde hair. They're vaccinated up. Yes, it's been corrupted. It's been tainted. They've become fucking stupid. It's the cycle of time. It's how things work. Things go bad. That's what happens. Things go bad. The never-ending mandala flower, just the infinite cycle of time. Yeah, things fall apart. Isn't that an album by The Roots? Things fall apart. It's how it works. Things that get degraded, compromised, corrupted. But the whites were the best. They are the best. But it's such a paradox because there's so many fucking idiotic whites. Like, look at Donald Trump. What color are his eyes? Is he a white guy with blue eyes? But the people get corrupted. It's just the nature of things. I mean, if you look at black people, they are like stronger, more aggressive. They have different personality type things, just like browns and yellows, just like whites. There's something to all of it. But when the whites are at their best and they're the true leaders and the world is in a better place, more of a golden era, the whites are just the best. They don't fuck with anyone. They do not fuck with it. But if anyone fucks with them, they don't play, and they're the best warriors. They're the best builders, the best warriors. They have the most self-control. Like, they're just the best. But they don't fuck with people, and they will offer you blacks and browns to live with them. Like, say you blacks and browns came in and try to steal someone's bike, right? Then we'd put you in jail. We teach you how to read and write. We teach you about the free society. And upon your release from jail, we'll offer you, hey, man, we taught you all this shit. And hopefully the person will be like, yeah, man, where I come from, we're all slaved up and shit. Everything you've been talking about, I love it, man. I love the way you're talking. I want to be free like that. And so they give them the opportunity. Bring them into society. Okay, you like this freedom shit? We'll let you stick around. See, so they're good people. They're the best. They don't fucking be like, ugh. Look at you guys. You can't be around us. We'll kill you. They do the opposite. They cannot harm the others without being provoked, without being robbed or cheated, or they cannot harass people for no good reason, like the cops do to us. Like, it was a part of that question I asked that cop. Because we're all their God. If the white people were to go meddling with the browns and yellows and blacks for no good reason, we're all there would assist the browns and yellows and blacks to harm the whites who are acting out of pocket. But if the browns, yellows, and blacks come and try to invade and rob the whites for no good reason, then Beralda says, fall upon them with fire and sword. So it means like you could get brutal because you were acting in good faith and they came and try to rob you, like the cops. When I move around in good faith, when I make these streams, do nothing but try to promote, have people think, bring a little comedy to the world, bring a little freedom and bravery and courage. I should be celebrating that, not fucking. And then they have lists, right? They have a record when they run your ID. Why is it only just bad shit on there? Why don't they put on that record, oh, he's a courageous person. He stands up for shit. Where's the positive thing? Oh, he did this, he did that. Why is it just a record of negative things? That doesn't seem very balanced. On a debit and credit sheet. But they don't know how to do accounting. Is that why their fucking national debt is in trillions and trillions of dollars? Goblin Nazi new panel first wave. Am I the Goblin Nazi? Yeah, there's something to it. Definitely something to it. I think we're gonna go in the shaded area and bust out. We could go to the river. Could take a peek at the river first. Then plug the phone. Who's Frankie? Oh, I'm talking about Goblin. What about Goblin? What's he up to? What's he got to do with this conversation? It's controversial, all right? As myself being a white man with blue eyes, I'm over here saying, oh, white people are the best. But I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm a fucking retard right now. Because as a matter of fact, I thought about this after I ended the stream yesterday. If I was in that Frisian society that I'm talking about with all their rules, one of the rules is that if you hit the age 25 and you're not married, you don't want to have children, you got to get the fuck out. You got to go, dude. You got to, like, they'll kick you out of society. So I'm 50 with no woman, no children. They say men could be up to weird shit. Like if they get older, they don't have a wife and child. So what do you think the weird shit is that they're talking about? I don't know. Figure it out. But like, but that's part of the rules. Isn't that an interesting rule? Like a man, if he doesn't have a wife, you know, and they want you to have a wife and children by the age of 25. And if not, you got to fucking keep it moving. But they're like, if you have some sort of, like if you're impotent or if you have something like that going on, you're a eunuch or whatever the fucking word is. And you're not, they say if you're not like a threat to like other men or something. So I guess it means like you couldn't try to fuck their wife or something. But like, then you can stick around. So I don't know. That's interesting, man. At the age of 25, they call it 20 and 5, I think. If you reach the age of 20 and 5, like you basically will get like, they'll be like, dude, you got to go to another place. Like you have to leave our society, which is a very interesting thing. That's what I'm saying. They don't fucking coddle each other. It's not like the thin blue line. If someone steals within that community, they get fucking. It's a very bad thing because they're all about having a great reputation. And it's not like a vanity thing. Oh, we have to look good. No, it's just how they roll. If a Frisian, especially a Frisian, if he steals or robs or cheats someone, they gotta go. They get the mothers, the women. So the women are like the government officials. The God, is masculine. The mother is a very important role in the society, and they're like the government officials. So the mother the word would get to the mother. Oh, this dude stole in the community. Because there's a story about so these three Frisians, right? And they each got robbed, right? So the first guy, he's a free person, a Frisian person, right? He gets robbed. And he goes to the mother. Like, it'd basically be like you call the police, or you would tell the authorities, like, hey, this person robbed me. You know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. And then whatever happens to person, they'd have like punishments, like imprisonment. They would get sent to like tin mines, which I think is in Britain. That was what Britain was, you know, the UK. That was like full of criminals. They'd go to the tin mines. You would get sentenced to go to Britain. That's why it's called Britain, because they had the tin mines out there. That's probably why there's a story of Australian prisoners and shit. It's probably they put it off in Australia, but it was actually Britain, which was all the criminals. So Britain, so the guy goes, yeah, these thieves robbed me, right? So the guy robs him, right? So he tells the authorities, right? And then they're like, okay, you did a good job. You came and told the mother, you told the government about these people robbing you, right? We're going to handle it accordingly. They're like, good job. Then another guy gets robbed, right? Different guy. And what did he do? I forget exactly, but it was something similar. Like I don't know. He handled it in a way where he like told on them and they got punished in some way, right? But then the third guy, he got robbed, but then he investigated. He goes, all right, take me to where you live. And the guy that robbed him took him to where he lived. And where he lived, he goes, he saw so much misery that he ended up bringing him like a cart full of goods and supplies to like relieve some of the dude's misery. You know what I mean? And his family, to relieve their misery. So then the government, the women were like, oh my God, that was wonderful what you did. Like, we're gonna erase all your sins. We're gonna write this down in the eternal book. Like, we love the way you handled that. You brought him a cart full of gifts. Like, that was surprising and awesome that you did that. You know, because you saw so much misery at his household. So that's like a story, you know what I mean? That's how these people are. You know, it's not just we're the best and fuck you guys. They're like literally the best, just like nature's the best. It's a part of nature. It's how things work. These white people are the best. But it's a sign of the times, because look how white people are not the best. Look at Trump. Does the dude have blue eyes? He is a white person, right? Joe Biden's a white person, blue eyes. Hunter Biden, all these despicable white people. It's a sign of the times. All right, we're at the river. We always got to walk to the river. Look around. We got the bridge. We got the energy needle over there behind the bridge. Every city's got like some sort of needle. Oh, it's an amusement park needle. Some sort of free energy conducting machine. All right. We're going. Plug the phone in. We'll go to the shaded picnic tree area. And we're gonna I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna figure this out. We'll see what OTW's horrible stream is up to. Should be going live right about now. It's gonna have about a half hour of music, half hour of bullshit. And then he's gonna go silent, barely talk, try to get people on stream for gossip. All right, y'all. Let's fucking get out of here. There's dew. The morning dew is out. That's what Freya would drink. She would drink dew. That's the beverage she drank, and then she would eat honey and drink dew. Fucking music is horrible. And I'm not gonna try to fucking come at OTW. He brings it upon himself. Fucking shenanigans. I'm going up the hill. There's a helicopter pad up here. wonder if it's a helicopter pad or some sort of. See these mounds? Like, oh, it's a park. All these parks and golf courses are despicable. Whatever they did right here, they're covering something up. It's not like, oh, the city's very gracious to leave us this park. No, it's just because this mound probably has something under it they couldn't just bulldoze and fuck with, just like golf courses. So they kind of call them different things. Oh, it's a park. It's a golf course. Really, there's probably stuff right under this that they have a hard time fucking with for some reason. There's a squirrel. This is a helicopter pad, right? Am I tripping? Or is it some sort of computer component on top of this mound? So you want the blades of the copter to like hit these things? Or it's just kind of like park anywhere? Not the blade, the landing gear? Nah, you just landed anywhere, right? For sure buried something there. Yeah. Oh, it's a park. Bullshit. This mound is something, dude. Like a holy mound. And those stories of the Indian mounds, Native American Indian mounds, but like even Native American Indians is fucking fake. The whole fucking story is fake. What do you got to do when you become a citizen? You got to answer the questions to recite the fake history. Any glorious building was built by these white Frisian people. These glorious old school buildings, they were the builders. They were not a secret society. So the Freemasons becoming a secret society, I don't know how that works. I don't know if the Freemasons, I doubt the Freemasons have an actual connection to the Frisian people. And how much of that is actually about masonry. Because the free people were the builders, the master builders. They knew how to build awesome shit. And paper was one of their main trades. They would make paper. They were the paper makers. Which is what we got to do. You got to print out the Book of Aquarius. You guys got to go. Once I bust the laptop here, I'll put the link down for the Book of Aquarius. That book needs to be printed out. The guy who wrote it said there's no copyright on it. Print this book out. Just like you need to print the Ora Linda book out. That's the history of our people. People are about freedom. So it's not about colors. If you're about freedom, you get to be part of the group. But the whites just happen to be the best. That's just how it is. I'm not saying I'm the best by far, because I would have got banished. I'd get banished from that society. That's what I'm saying. I'm a 50-year-old unmarried dude. They tell me to get the fuck out of here. You're gonna be up to some weird shit. Should have had a wife and children by now. Fuck you, dude. That's what I'm saying. They don't play, dude. I can respect that shit. Ugh. That helicopter pad looked like a sundial. Yeah, then you got the bridge. Some of these bridges. I know a bridge when I was in Redding, California. Their bridge is an actual sundial. Kind of crazy. Oh, what the fuck is that? Gas release? Yeah, dude. His AI music and clips are cringe as fuck. White people are under the G's power show. Under the Jews' power. Nah. The Jews. You see, the Jews got kicked out of Egypt, but they didn't get they weren't like mistreated. Like there could be a version of Egypt where the Jews were there. It'd be like modern day now, like in Europe, the UK. They the Muhammad is becoming the most popular name of children right now in the UK. But see, that's what happens if you bring certain people in and they pop and they begin to spread. You know what I mean? Like reproduce. Things can get out of control. If you bring a foreigner in who doesn't have the same values and ethics as your people, it can crumble a society. So The Jews were in Egypt multiplying like a motherfucker, but they're probably about usury and different things. You know what I mean? Where they sell their own mother, they sell their own selves, sell their own soul for money. And so Egypt was probably like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all gotta fucking leave. You suck. Fuck you guys. You're multiplying. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's probably the true story. And the same thing in World War II. I mean, Hitler jerking off in that stadium and ranting like a fucking maniac does make him look fucking weird. But this Heinrich Himmler being into the Orlinda book, and they didn't probably gas chamber and kill all the Jews. They probably told them, like, you guys just gotta leave, dude. Fuck you guys, dude. You guys don't stand for shit. Because Germany is part of that free people. So the story, the mainstream narrative on Nazis and World War II probably is not correct. Because who were the true freedom fighters? Was it really America, the Soviet Union, and the UK? Based on how they move today, are they really the true freedom fighters, the good guys? Come on, guys. Really? Really? The Allied powers? Those are the guys that are really all about freedom and based on fucking Trump and the politicians of today and Biden and all the fucking losers. Come on, guys. Really? Get the fuck out of here. Fucking Shane Gillis, you're a history major. The Civil War, World War II. It's just all true, huh, Shane Gillis? You were going to be a history teacher, huh? Instead of a comedian? Huh, Shane Gillis? Doing arenas. Funniest guy. I think he's hilarious. I like his style. I like the way he laughs, has a good time. I fuck with him as a comedian. But you're a fucking moron when it comes to history, mainstream, narratives. You're a moron, Tarek. You're under a fucking, see that? It says Legion. So you got inside of you, Tarek. Just like in the Bible. When that Legion came out and went into the pigs. You have a demonic possession, Tarek. You're a fucking idiot. All right. Let's get this laptop going. Be right back. I'm going to turn on my tethering. All right. I got the tethering turned on. Let's see if I have to type in the fucking password or not. Hopefully not. All right. Where's my fucking... There it is. Okay. No internet. Okay. Internet. So we're on the laptop. A couple seconds here to switch over. Go to history. Tab, 72 tabs. Restore window. 72 tabs. What the fuck are on all these tabs? Let's see. All right, it's OTW Live. So I became a meme. Let's talk about it. So now he switched it to 2 p.m. What a bitch. Thought you were going live at 9 a.m. Dumbass. Whatever. 9/11, 11/11. Yeah, it's 9/11 a.m. here. The 9/11 end code. Skip 10, go to 11, which is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the loop. When should it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 10 is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But it's not. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See how they skip? That's the loop. It keeps your soul trapped. Never get to go to Judgment Day. Never get to figure it out. Never get to have reflection. Just a hamster and a wheel. Dark magic and sorcery. Plug this phone in. Give me 1 second. All right, what are we gonna get into? What are we gonna get into? Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? Let's see something here. All right, we got the phone plugged in. I'm gonna switch over to the laptop. Give me 1 second. See if we can get anything going. And this streaming shit's like comedy, dude. Like one night you can't miss. Another day it's like you're walking through the mud trying to get some content going. It's kind of crazy. Sometimes you have a hot crowd. Sometimes it's a rough room. Let's see. Studio. All right. See you guys. Let's see. 1 second. Gotta change something. All right. All right. All right. All right. Big fat ugly faces on camera. Great. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, y'all. What's up? We're at the nature spot. Got my old ass fucking face. Turn this. I'm gonna turn around, dude. Fuck this shit. I don't need the sun blazing off my fucking forehead. Fucking bad lighting. All right, what do we got? Got the phone charging. Is this any better? Probably not. Whatever. I need the philosopher's stone. My hair's a little greasy. My shower spot. I got a shower spot right across from my car. And they're fucking remodeling the shower, dude. It's gonna be like a month or more. They're fucking with me, dude. Isn't September the 7th month 9/11 was really 7/11? Building 7 in the Twin Towers makes 11. What's up, Bryan? Says Dogma. I don't know. 7/11. Sevens and nines. I know sixes and nines are interchangeable. 7/11. 7/11 is a 9/11 encode, like the 7-Eleven store. Because 7 and 2 is 9. Then you got the 11 there. So 7/11 is a 9/11 encode. But whatever. What the fuck am I rambling about? The fuck do I got on it? I got 72 tabs. The fuck have I been looking at? All right, here, we'll start with this. We can go to the Book of Aquarius. We got Cat the Frying here. The Alchemical Bible. Let's go here. Let me present this. All right, all right, all right. Alchemical Bible, the Book of. Now, I'm not going to play a lot from this, although I do love this book. Just going to play a tiny bit. Let's see what they're talking about.
Throughout history, the secret has been used by a very few to extend their lives hundreds of years in perfect health. Positively and solemnly assert that I have with my own hands performed every one of the experiments which I have described. And I know.
All right, this is called the Book of Aquarius. So there's certain books we have to print out. Because as this gentleman says, we may not be able to print things out so easily in the near future. You know, I printed out a book at a library. I paid like $15 at 10 cents a page. 9/10 makes 1 whole cent. 9/10 make 1 whole cent. The question is, did they buy some common sense with it? Isn't Trump getting rid of the penny? The 1%ers, 1 centers. All right, so here's the Book of Aquarius. So this book needs to be printed out. Yeah, That book needs to be printed out. We need to make this Philosopher's Stone. He's going to tell you in this book how to make the Philosopher's Stone, what type of beakers to get. You might have to get some old school equipment because modern equipment may not be up to, up for the job. But yeah, this book is fucking phenomenal. This book is sick. Do a couple more seconds. Let's see. We'll just do a random.
Moreover, many other things may be done with the tincture, which must not be revealed to the wicked world. These virtues of the stone, and others of a like kind, are looked upon as the least important by the sages, and by all Christians on whom God has bestowed this most precious gift. Such men think them vile indeed when compared with the knowledge of God and of his works, which is afforded by the stone. Quote, from the New Pearl of Great Price, by Peter Bonus, 1338 A.D. He, Raymond, was also...
Did you just say something good about Christians? I don't like Christians, man. The Frisians don't like Christians. They call them the Magi. They're the problem.
the first to discover the method of evolving precious stones out of the metallic principles. Nay, he was able not only to change lead into gold, but he transmuted gold into lead, and thus turned back the course of nature. Quote, from a golden and blessed casket of nature's marvels, by Benedictus Figulus, 1607 A.D. Every mercury of metals and minerals may, by successive stages, be raised through the qualities of all other mercuries to the excellence of the solar body, and thence also be reduced to the degree and virtue of any metallic body.
It's basically saying you could take base metals and turn them into gold. What exactly is the Philosopher's Stone? Ain't the Philosopher's Stone not a material thing? Ain't it metaphorical, stored in the mind? And possibly the pineal gland. What exactly is it? Yeah, I mean, so through the process of making the thing, you learn so much. Like even just listen to him talk about it, like in the connection to nature, and you just let nature do its thing. Like you're learning as so by the time you get to the chance of actually making the physical stone, like you probably have like magical, miraculous, like healing abilities, like radiating through your beingness. Kind of like how a Christ, people are like, oh, I touched the Christ, but their belief, it was their belief that touching the Christ would cure them. You know what I mean? So Christ didn't have to do that much. They believed, they had so much faith that if they touched him, they would be cured. So they almost performed the miracle on themselves through their faith and belief and conviction. But yeah, I think it's an actual physical thing. But I'm not quite sure the physical thing is the most important. Yeah, it's almost like the knowledge or the process of actually making it. It can actually be made. So like if someone was sick and old and dying, and I took off a chunk the size of a piece of barley corn of the Philosopher's Stone, I mixed it with wine and they drank it, they would immediately start getting better, like crazy better. And it's similar to the way people are talking about TRT. Like I've heard people talk about doing like testosterone replacement therapy and how great it makes them feel, or even stem cell type therapies, like the miraculous healings of different types of therapies, treatments. But Philosopher's Stone, yeah, it would cure, it would begin to heal you, just the way RSO, just the way different other types of healing things, treatments. But I think you can actually make it. I think we should all attempt to make it anyways. I think the process is good for everyone. So like we as a group should like attempt to make it. And I think we can make it. And I think we can extend our lives with it. I think that's important at this time for people to have some clue of what's going on, to extend our lives and try to create a free society. Because they got kind of an advantage right now where the food and air and water is so fucked up, and the length of time people leave, that a lot of times people don't start waking up until they're my age, older. Then they physically start breaking down. So if we could figure out a way to extend our lives a little bit, sort of have a you know what I mean? Because like as I was saying earlier, if you don't have a wife and children by the age of 25, you get kicked out of the society. But if I took the Philosopher's Stone and my body went back to the age of 25, you know, in terms of health, then maybe I could start a family like that. You know what I mean? So it's a way to sort of combat this slavery by having good people extend their lives. And you could live basically forever if you kept taking the Philosopher's Stone, if you had access to it. But the good thing about it is you don't take it once and then you live forever, like enter a contract like that. No, you have to take it every day. Like say an old person like me or someone that's even older, if you revert back to the age of 25, you got to take this shit every day, I think. But if you stop taking it, you start aging again. And I kind of like that because you're not like locked into like having to be in the material world forever in that 9/11 loop. You could go to 10 perfection and get the judgment. The judgment is just, you get to see from other people's eyes how they felt when they interacted with you. You get to feel it, you know what I mean? Like how they felt. So it's just like, it's not God judging you. It's just, you get to feel like how you, whatever you did in the world, you get to, and it's, I don't know, maybe it's able to happen quickly. You get to feel and live every interaction you've ever had with anyone from their point of view. That's the rapture. That's the judgment. And then you're like, oh, wow, man. I can't believe I made someone feel like that, whether it's good or bad. You know what I mean? It's probably like opposites. Like you thought you were an idiot, but then you made people feel a certain way, but you didn't even know. Like you helped people and you didn't even know. Or you hurt people and you didn't even know. And everything in between, you know? Yeah, nature. That's what the guy talks about. Let's listen to him for a second. He talks about how perfect nature is and how we should learn from it.
To the generation of man and to his naturalness. Quote from an anonymous treatise concerning the Philosopher's Stone by Anonymous, 12th to 17th century. The inspired apostle, St. Peter, tells us that the earth and its work shall consume therein, and a new world shall be born, beautiful and good, as is described in the Apocalypse. Quote from the Chemical Treatise, or The Ordinal of Alchemy, by Thomas Norton, 1477 A.D. The ancient writers call our stone a microcosm, and there can be no doubt that its composition greatly resembles that of the world in which we live. Quote from Aphorisms of Urbigurus, by Barrow Urbigurus, 1690 A.D. To understand aright how out of this our chaos we are to form our philosophical microcosm, we must first of necessity rightly comprehend the great mystery and proceeding in the creation of the microcosm, it being extremely necessary to imitate and use the very same method in the creation of our little one that the Creator of all things has used in the formation of the great one. Quote from a magnificent and select tract on philosophical water, by Anonymous, 13th to 17th century. This water cannot be prepared using strange methods in the world, but rather it can only be prepared using natural means, together with nature and from nature. These words are bright and clear to those who understand. End quote. Alchemy is therefore the art of the microcosm and the acceleration of nature through the microcosm. There is only one method for the entire work. We only do one thing, and that is to allow nature to take its course. Admittedly, however, we do first clean up our substance and remove what is not needed. Quote from The Root of the World, by Roger Bacon, 13th century. For the knowledge of this art consisteth not in the multiplicity or great number of things, but in unity. Our stone is but one, the matter is one, and the vessel is one. The government is one, and the disposition is one. The whole art and work thereof is one, and begins in one manner, and in one manner it is finished. Quote from A Brief Guide to the Celestial Ruby, by Irenaeus Philalethes, 1694 AD. It is prepared from one substance, with which the art of chemistry is conversant, to which nothing is added, from which nothing is taken away, except that its superfluities are removed. End quote.
Come on, man. Are you gonna keep doing
Chapter
quotes?
4. How does it work? The Philosopher's Stone is energy, concentrated and purified to a massively high degree. This is the same energy that you are taking in when you breathe and when you eat and drink. It is the energy that powers all forms of life. And so I will call it life energy, since I have to call it something, and life energy is self-explanatory. I think most of us already have a feeling that there is some kind of life energy we obtain from our food, drink, and air. We all know that eating fruit is better than taking vitamins. We know that there is something in the juice of the fruit. We know that raw vegetables are better than cooked vegetables. We know that cooking food destroys the goodness in it. We eat other life forms, and we know that the more alive or fresh our food is, the better it is for us. There is also much to be said for breathing deeply and rhythmically, and not just for the oxygen. Else we would get the same effect by breathing air with more oxygen, but that's not necessarily the case. Quote, from On the Gold Medicine and On the Yellow and the White by Ko Hung, 4th century, Chinese. Although the proper method of breathing and directing the movements of the qi, ethereal essence, of the body, and the eating of the vegetable medicine may extend people's life, yet they will not keep people from death. But the eating of the Shintan, divine medicine, confers immortality on the eater, enabling him to last as long as heaven and earth, and ride on clouds and dragons up and down the Tai Ching. Great clearness. End quote. This life energy is physical in the sense that it can be captured and made use of. You could say that this life energy is the smallest particle of which all other particles are made.
So yeah, it's interesting. Like, so I'm all about Kat the Fryan, and she was like disparaging Shimbavu, whatever it's called, urine therapy, right? The ingestion of it, anyways, like drinking it. She called it a waste product. So, okay, she's all about the Fryans. She's got real good information. She's all about the Orlinda book. And then you got this guy, right? But here's the thing with her. She says Freya, the word freedom and fire come from it. And these mothers, they carried like this eternal flame. Like there's something about fire and like an original fire they keep lit. And through alchemy, they talk about how you can have an eternal flame when you take that philosopher's stone, you mix it with the oil in a lamp, and the flame will last forever. But she was saying that fire is kind of good. Like yeah, raw vegetables are good, fruits are good, certain things are good. But then they also talk about like cooking meat, and that's why fire. She's saying it's not good to eat like raw meat. She says like it's good to cook meat. And I could can't get down with that, you know what I mean? But then this guy's saying, okay, raw vegetables, anything cooked like kills the food, it's not good, right? So you got these brilliant people who have certain brilliant ideas, but then they seem to differ in certain ideas, right? So how do you figure it out for yourself, you know? And this whole vegetarian thing, yeah, I've been introducing fish back into my diet. But I don't know. I think there's something to what they're talking about. And then you got to kind of figure it out for your own, you know. Are they gonna have the ultimate truth? Like people that we respect, whether it's this guy who wrote this book, whether it's Kat the Fryan, wherever our information comes from. And maybe it has to do with the times. I don't know. The circle of time, the era, the age you're in. But these are interesting questions. Psychedelics will have you flying with dragons through heaven and earth in what seems to be a timeless, eternal state. Yeah, you could learn from psychedelic experiences, I think. But it's more like you have the experience, but then what happens with life after that? You know what I mean? So if the curtains reveal, you know, if the curtains pulled away, you get a glimpse into the nature of reality, but then what do you do with that? You know what I mean? You had your psychedelic episode or event, and then how do you move after that? You know what I mean? You need natural sugars. All we really need is grass-fed beef and some eggs. Sounds like psychedelics. Yeah, see, when he talks about that, riding on dragons and different things, like this alchemical speech, sometimes a lot of their shit is symbolism. Like when you're doing alchemical processes, there's probably something like riding the dragon and going in the clouds, whatever the fuck he was just talking about. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Was he being literal, metaphorical? What the fuck was he doing right there? Lou Bass loves these fucking opportunities to talk about food. Yeah, something about fire. Something about fire, to be able to cook meat. Fire is very important to humans. But why is it so important? Part of the cooking, part of the shelter, staying warm. What about fire? What are the uses of fire? The fire in the alchemical, in alchemy. But I haven't heard much about alchemy and like medicine and these Fryan people, these Frisian people. So I wonder what they think about it. It seems like the alchemical stuff is more people with like a monk, like robe on. And the Fryan, the Frisian people, they don't like monks and shit. They don't like priests and monks and hidden and secret information. And all this alchemical information was all secret information, right? Occult information. So I don't know if the Fryan and the Frisian people are about that shit. The occults are definitely not about secrets. Like everything's out in the open. So it's interesting. So how do those people stay healthy? But Kat the Fryan talks about it. She's got a video about it. I mean, we can pull it up right now. Like a 10-minute video. We don't have to hear the whole thing, but we could just listen to a little bit about it. I'm going to drop the link to Kat's channel. But yeah, for real, I dropped the link to that. I'll drop it again. This is the Book of Aquarius. So this book needs to be printed out. This dude said, if you listen in the beginning, he says, there's no copyright. You can print this thing out, send it out to people. Like, we're going to make this Philosopher's Stone. He'll tell you in his book how to make the Philosopher's Stone step by step. What equipment you need, all that shit. I think that's true. You need to print this book out. You need to print the Aura Linda book out. Those would be two good ones to start off with. Okay. Am I not spelling Aquarius right? I'm spelling it right. Where's it got to be capitalized? All right. So yeah, print that book out, the Book of Aquarius. I'm going to drop the link to Kat the Fryan's. So here's Kat the Fryan's. She's got a web page, so I'll share this. That's what her web page looks like, I guess. It says Introduction. The Orlinda book is a book of our history. Let me see, but you guys can't see this, I don't think. Do this. So you guys can't read this, but I'll just read it. This print's too small. We're in portrait mode. All right, the Orlinda book. OLB is the book of our history written by the white race ancestors. The book is written in Diets, our language, Diets. I assume that most people who read this book have already heard about the OLB before. Therefore, first of all, let us dispel the myth of Frisians. According to the Frisians, Friesen, originally Friesen, to freeze, de vries, frost. This is their book written in their language, in Frisian, about their culture. None of this is true. The Fries language, like Dutch, English, and German, had developed from Diets. The Frisian came, according to the stories, to the Netherlands in the 13th century. However, only at the end of the 16th century, a part of the area called Girdland was renamed to Friesland. Subsequently, it became Friesland. No one knows. All right, this bitch is kind of going off here. You guys are going to know what the fuck she's talking about. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Let's just read this last one. Before the 13th century, North, Middle, and West Netherlands did not exist because it was underwater. See Annex 3. Okay, they say Atlant, like Atlantis. They say that's what the Frisian people were. So these Frisian people, these white people, is the flooding of Atlanta. Old Frisian is not a language of the Friesen, but another name for Diets. The language of the entire white folk race, Frias folk. So the culture in the book is also not a Frisian culture, but the culture of Frias folk. The Overdelinde family is not a Frisian, or correctly translated Frozen, family, but comes from an area now called Germany. Okay. So something about the movie Frozen. They got the movie The Frozen, which is not the Frians usurping our land and our history. All right. So anyway, she's got this fucking webpage. Okay. She's got table of contents, whatever. I'm gonna drop the link to her. Let me see. Hold on a second. Is this her home fucking page? The truth is in the code. Let me go to home. All right, Cat the Fryan. Drop this link. Come on, you fucker. All right. Here's the link to Cat the Fryan's page. Cat the Fryan. Bryan Fryan. All right. So there's her web page. And now let's go to her YouTube channel. I'll drop the link to that. Yeah, we go. Whatever. On Himmler in the Orlinda book. So this is about Nazis. You guys can see this, I'm sure. All right. So here she's talking about Himmler. The Orlinda book, but I wanted to go to the one with the diets. She says what type of diet these Frisian people had. These Weralda people. Check these notifications. See what fucking miscreants are doing. James True is live. That guy's a weirdo. We could look in on him. That guy's wild. All right. Okay, so let's see. Let's find the one about the diets. Okay, Weralda's diet. How are we supposed to eat?
Hey everyone, this is Kat, and I'm doing a follow-up presentation on my last vid on Wunderplanets because there's a little bit more I wanted to add. So this is going to be a short one, but it has some really important points in it. So let's begin. Weralda's diet, how we are supposed to eat. The most important part, which some of you aren't getting, from what I can tell from my last video, is that the eating of cooked meat has a spiritual element to it. Weralda gave us fire because we are Freya. Freya's element is fire. Freya, the first person of the white race, knew how important fire was to us from the very beginning, that this flame was our connection to Source, to Weralda, the eternal flame, kept lit by the Berg matrons. Once the flame was finally put out, by treachery and with the help of the Magi, it was a major downfall for our Frian society. But we still honor the memory in many ways, such as by having an eternal flame pass from athlete to athlete until reaching the podium to light the fire for the Olympics. And here's the Olympics in 1936 in Berlin, Germany. And the German Fritz Schliegen, Olympic middle and long distance runner, had the honor of being the final torch, the one that lit the cauldron with the eternal flame for the opening ceremonies. What an incredible honor that would have been. Also, this eternal flame is symbolized in the Statue of Liberty. Here, the Berg matron Liberty carrying the eternal flame on her watchstar. This flame, this fire, is a gift from Weralda, and we honor him by cooking with it. Praying at the table over cooked meals is a continuation of our thankfulness to Waralda for giving us fire. And there's no coincidence that free, fire, Freya are all from the same root. They're all connected. Lighting the Yule tree with lights is another way to honor Waralda and the gift he gave us. The Maggie doesn't want us to have this connection with Waralda, and that is one reason they don't promote Thanksgiving in the US anymore. Instead, they have us focus on their material god, Moon Eye, money, and profit, and so have us focus on Black Friday, which is the opposite of Thanksgiving, basically. And notice every diet under the sun is being peddled except for the one that is the most natural, wholesome, the best for us, Waralda's diet. Someone said to my friend Joe that people cook their food out of fear that the creator didn't create food good the way it is. I would say it is the opposite. People cook their food out of love for Waralda, for that connection with him, with Source. I would also say that Waralda created salmonella, trichinosis, and other food parasites to nudge us into cooking our food. So once again, we should be eating what is local and endemic to our areas. The food that Waralda placed in our particular zoological zones for our optimal health. We should eat both plant and animals because that is how Waralda designed us. We should eat as wholesome and organic as we possibly can. Nuts, berries, strawberries, cherries, apples, pears, plums, walnut, trout, deer, elk, quail, grouse, and cow, lamb, and chickens are all made for the north, for the Fryans. So go to any region in the world and there's going to be a fish you can eat, a land animal, there's going to be a starch, there's going to be fruits, there's going to be vegetables, everywhere in the world. So you should eat what's in your region. So like if you're in Hawaii, you should eat mangoes and avocados and papayas, and you should eat ahi tuna, except I would cook that ahi tuna. We should drink raw milk and eat raw cheeses. So this is where we should eat raw, right? We could eat raw vegetables, raw fruits, raw cheeses, raw milk, just not raw meat. And I forgot to mention something really important too, that is about the water. If we look to nature, we see all animals drinking water straight from the lakes, streams, rivers, creeks, puddles, etc. The bears, the deers, giraffe, zebras. Only man has removed himself from nature and had to buy his water in stores, in plastic bottles with sodium chloride added or sodium fluoride. How do we let ourselves become so deceived? Drinking straight from the flowing waters is invigorating. Even man's best friend drinks straight from the source if given the opportunity. Well, we should be drinking it straight from the burn, as Scotland Sean says, from running water, from the living water, nature's water. Sean fills his glass bottles with this water straight from the creek near where he lives. Sometimes, he says, the water looks a little discolored, and people have asked him if he is drinking piss water. Now this is the piss water you should be drinking. Nature's water, from the source, not the waste product from your body. It has never made him ill. On the contrary, he is never sick. Could it actually protect him from the toxins that are plaguing us? He told me he never gets sick, never gets the flu or a cold, never. So I wonder if by drinking nature's water, it's a natural flush of toxins. So he doesn't have to go through that. Now, water from the burn might not be easy for you to get if you live in the city. Then I would definitely go to the health food store and grab your water from there and put it in glass bottles. Get the purest water you can find. So if you're in the city, I mean, the best bet would be a health food store. Here is my water, straight from the burn. I got mine, straight from the burn. Waralda's living water, straight from the source. So this is a little glass bottle. I had organic, non-pasteurized cream in, and I just cleaned it out. This is my little water bottle I use now. But if you do live in nature, then I would get yourself some of nature's water straight from the burn, like Sean does. I've been doing it for a few weeks now, and I feel wonderful. And it's free. It's Freya free, as Waralda intended. No way would he have us have to pay for his nature's water, our life force.
Yeah, Jeeps. She said piss water, but she was saying because when one guy, Sean, this guy Sean from Scotland, she works with, when he collects his water from streams, sometimes it's a little brown. So people question, is that piss water? And he goes, she's like, no, this is the ultimate piss water, the true piss water, like not the urine. She's saying urine is a waste product you shouldn't be consuming. So that's the controversial stuff. I mean, even Rose 777 was talking about how Crow 777 and his guests bringing up Shimbabu, which is drinking urine therapy, drinking urine. But topically, I definitely know there's something to aged urine. I think there's something to drinking fresh urine as well. But the topical, the benefits of aged urine in different ways. You can make the Philosopher's Stone with it. I don't think that's an accident or a coincidence. That's what they talk about in that book of Aquarius. So it's just interesting, you know, hearing different ideas from brilliant people. I don't know if she's ever practiced urine therapy, but yeah, she definitely just brought it up. And I don't know. It's just interesting because like she's talking about this diet, right? But then the guy in the book of Aquarius might be talking about something different, right? Because didn't he say all cooked food is bad? You fuck up the food when you cook it. So now she's, you know, she's talking about this thing of fire, how beautiful fire is, how wonderful and natural it is. So it's just interesting when brilliant people have different ideas on things. So we still got to have discernment and figure stuff out for ourselves. Are there paradoxes here? Can it be resolved? Or can two things be true at once? So it's interesting, this information we get nowadays.
So hopefully you can see that World's intended diet for us is very simple. We live off of the land from what he provides for optimal health. One day soon, I feel, we will be having a reset and be forced to live off of the land once again. Nature's.
Did I say something about cedar water? I meant like spring water, like stream water from a stream. I don't know. Like even if I like that river that I go to, like that flowing water, like would I really want to put a bottle of water in there and try and drink that? Like right here in Denver, the city of Denver? Probably not, right? Who knows what they're dumping in there? Who knows what's in that water? But I don't know. Birds drink from it, dogs drink from it, right? Animals would drink from that river, right? So I don't know. It's interesting questions. Bryan, does the book of Aquarius say to use urine plainly, or are you assuming that's what it's talking about? Oh, yeah. I mean, I have to, you know, I've put that on a few times when I was sleeping. I mean, the books, I think, is like 12 hours. Let me double check. It's like a 12-hour audiobook. Let's see. Yeah, it's like 10 hours. That's a 10-hour book, audiobook. So, like, yeah, but they definitely talk about using urine. Yeah, specifically. They use urine to make that Philosopher's Stone. That's what is directly what he's talking about. And I don't think he offers alternatives to urine, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, directly one way or another, urine. And if you go to Reddit, people are currently using urine they're attempting to make the Philosopher's Stone or make different things, and they're using urine. If you go to Reddit, alchemy, they'll show like a piss jar. They'll be like, oh, I broke my jar. I was making progress. Like they're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone and they're using urine. So, yes, it's plainly said.
We will be having a reset and be forced to live off of the land once again. Nature's reset. Getting us back to source, to how things should be once again. For those that make it, why not get a head start? We're all to bless. Take care.
So there you go. That was her Reddit urine trends. Great. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's go where we at. So we're at Kat the Fryans page. What else does she got? She talks about Himmler, the importance of a name. Let's just look through some of her videos here. The Georgia Guidestones Decoded. She's got all types of good shit. Did I drop the link to this? Let me drop the link to it. So this is the link to Kat the Fryans YouTube channel. Kat Bryan and Fryan, one letter difference. All right, here's her YouTube channel. Be sure to check her out. Does anyone have all the answers, right? These are people you respect, people you think are brilliant, but then you'll have two brilliant people with two differing ideas, right? So how do you sort of figure it out? So Hitler on Christianity, The Age of Reason, the Orland book. Where's the one with Himmler? Should be Himmler in the Orland book. So we'll listen to a little bit of this because this is fascinating.
Their names born from the great language of our people. There is nothing foreign in them, no spurious sound. They ring true to the ear. These names taste of the salty sea, of the heavy, fruitful earth, of air and sunshine, and of the homeland. Do you notice that? A few will notice,
See, she's talking about names right here. The importance of a name.
but all too few. Their own language has become foreign to them and has nothing more to say to them. After these first rows, our ancestors began to name their sons Gottlieb, Christian, Farchgott, Leberecht, Christoph, which means God lover, Christ worshipper, God fearer.
More interesting and entertaining. Yeah, I know. That's like tough playing some of these videos. I mean, these are things I, listen to, when I'm not streaming, obviously. Stuff I get, maybe you're going to sleep and you put it on. It's playing in the background while you're falling asleep. But I think there's something to this shit. But sometimes I'll just listen to a little bit just to sort of get a thread going but yeah, let's just listen to a little more.
Righteous liver, Christ carrier. Still later came the names Paulus, Johannes, Petrus, Christophorus, Corbinianus, Stephanos, Carolus. By those times, our forefathers had no other names. Do you feel how something has been broken in these men? How they have become alienated from their own nature? Do you feel how steeply the ladder descends? A destiny is locked up in the transformation of these names. It is not the destiny of an individual or of a clan, but of a whole people, our folk. But then something strange happened. Those who had been named Carolus and Paulus by their fathers suddenly regarded these names as annoying, alien, unsuitable, ridiculous. And now comes a generation that went into the Great War. The names with little iron crosses behind the dates on which they fell, a mere 20 or even fewer years from their birth dates, read Joachim, Dieter, Osmus, Erwin, Walter, Roland, George. These are the names we still have today. And what are the names of our youngest, those who carry their names into the third millennium after the time of Nordic self forgiveness? Gerhard, Hartmut, Dietrich, Ingo, Dagvin, Gunther, Helmut, Gemot, Dagmar, Ingeborg, Helga. Has the Great War done this? The names tell the story. The remaining heathens. A few men wear priestly garments, but the painter has given us a clue. And whoever is able to find this clue can see how little or how much the strong heart of a man is darkened by the shadow of the black robes he wears. The paintings are all bust portraits. Nevertheless, in one of them, the artist shows a hand. It is a strong, sinewy hand, of the sort which could steer a ship through a storm. The black book in his hand looks like a frivolous toy. Such a hand does not bless an enemy, it crushes him. His name is Frith. That is a strange name for a priest. Frith means peace robber. Another portrait shows a man with gray, windswept hair. He has a hawkish nose, and in his eyes one perceives unlimited vision. Did Ron really bow his head in remorse, repentance, and humility? Did he really despise the world and place his confidence in a power other than his own? I know why fate ordained that these men must wear the black robes. Had it not been for them, there would be far fewer heathens in the north today. Without them, there would be many more who would have exchanged their own image of God for an alien one and would have grown weary of their own strength in the world. And many more would have been seduced by the alien doctrine into becoming its slaves and forgetting their own blood. They are true saints, for they have preserved their healthy inner selves, despite the priest's cassocks. They fought the enemy with his own weapon. People call them heathens. A few were so proud of this title that they incorporated it into their names as one might don a precious jewel. For the heathen is one who remains true to himself and his kind, whose blood flows pure in his veins. And this pure blood regards the world with neither the hateful sneer of Sinai or the weak knees of Nazareth. It bears divinity, pure, clean, and beautiful in its red stream, so long as the race endures. None of these men have ever sought God. One does not seek that which dwells in one's own soul. None of these men has ever been torn with doubt about the divine. Only he who betrays the divinity in himself and offers his soul to an alien God knows such doubt. Doubt is eternal where there is the eternal alien, and thereby the eternal unknown. The Christian is an eternal doubter. Can any man be loyal who is disloyal to himself? Can any man be great who is consumed with a longing to return to dust? Can any man be strong who loves weakness? Can any man be proud who wanders along in humility? Can any man be pure who regards himself born in sin? Can any man be happy in this world who despises the world? And can any man bear the Creator in his soul who despises divine creation? What a strange God you Christians have, who created you upright,
but who commands you to crawl to him on your knees. We heathens do not beg to our Creator. It would be an insult to the divinity in our souls. Nor do we heathens come to the Creator to complain. We do not proclaim our failures to the world, and least of all not to our Creator. We seek to overcome our faults and to grow. Our way is not complaining, but anger, and first of all, anger against ourselves. Nor do we repent, we heathens, because we cannot be cowardly. We have the courage to stand by our deeds. Why have you Christians made the name heathen an insult? You should not peddle your pettiness in the streets, for it permits people to see that the love you are commanded to display is bound up with hate, and that the forgiveness your religion requires of you is burdened with your desire for vengeance. Only the envious stoop to insults. We see your envy and are ashamed for you, since many of you are still brothers of our blood. There was a time when it was a disgrace to be a Christian, but then you began to conquer the masses, and so you were able to turn the tables and make virtue a disgrace. Then you labeled us the strange ones and called us heathens. We've remained strange, despite your insults. We will never be a mass or a herd. Do you know that there are also many among you who are strange as we are? Why do you not throw away the beggar's rags which covered the noble garments of your manhood? Are you ashamed to be strange? Afraid to be called heathens? When you Christians have finished burying your God in the sky, come to us. We heathens will again show you the Creator. And do not think we have settled accounts with you Christians. We weigh silently, but we do not weigh with false weights. We do not deceive the God in us, since we do not deceive ourselves. And as we have weighed justly, so have we calculated. So we would be reckoned with justly by God for our souls. You see, we do not repent, since we have nothing to repent. Our value lacks nothing. We retain and preserve our whole worth. And now you weigh. And when you have weighed, calculated, and evaluated, ask your envious spirit how much you have lost. He who has lost nothing of his worth is without envy and without hatred for us heathens. The petty man hates whatever is superior to him, while the great man admires it. The petty man pities whatever is beneath him, while the great man scorns it, if it merits his scorn, or he helps it up. The next generation of Germans. There in his cradle lies my son, reaching gleefully towards his ancestors' portraits on the wall. This tiny laughing bundle of life is the next step of the future of my race. I was the last step, he is the next. And behind me I see the path of my race passing back through the distant millennia until it is dimmed by the mist of time. For the generations which came before the earliest on the wall are, also, real. My race's entire path through time I do not know, but I do know that I live, and that I am only a link in the chain in which no link must fail so long as my people live. Otherwise, I never would have been. For generations, a parchment-bound book has been passed down through our family. I open it and inscribe a yellowed page for my son. Your life is not of this day, and not of tomorrow. It is of the 1,000 years which came before you, and the 1,000 years to come after you. During the 1,000 years before you, your blood was purely preserved, so that you would be who you are. Now you must preserve your blood, so that all of the generations of the next 1,000 years will honor you and thank you. Reconnecting to the collective unconscious of the German folk. That is the meaning of life, that divinity awakens in the blood. But only in pure blood does it live. Of whom have I spoken? Of my ancestors? They are only a symbol of the folk of which I am a living part. To whom have I spoken? To my son? My son is only a part of my folk. The wisdom of 1,000 generations slumbers in you. Waken it, and you have found the key which will open the doors of your truest aspirations. Only he who esteems himself is worthy of being a man. Only he is a man who bears the living past and future in himself, for only he is able to stand above the present hour. And only he who is master of the present is successful. He alone is fulfilled, as only in fulfillment is divinity. Thus saith the voice of our ancestors. June 9th, 1942. 7 years later, at a time when the outcome of the war was uncertain, we can see that Himmler still kept his views on the OLB and Christianity.
All right, there's something to what she's talking about. For sure. Something there, right? Pure blood. Does that mean I got a white, blonde-haired, blue eyes? I don't know. There's something to it. There's something to it. Something to it. All right, I got 72 tabs up. We went through the tabs the other day. going through a little bit of them, seeing. So, harassment and mistreatment of employees and comedians at the Comedy Attic. Some good gossip and shit to get into. I have a friend who says comedy clubs are a real difficult business to do the legit way. So they attract non-legit people. They are a what can I get away with type of business. And they attract what can I get away with kind of people. Every club I have ever worked at has been kind of predatory in one way or another, filled with toxic people or illegal business practices. Then there's the problem that the stand-up comedy itself encourages crossing the line and breaking social taboos. I'm not making excuses for any sort of illegal or immoral behavior, but it's good information to have. Yeah, some dude, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. What's the story with this fucking thing? Let me see. Where am I at? What fucking page is this? Let's see. Comedy Attic. Behind closed doors. My bad, you guys couldn't. Let's see. Former Comedy Attic employees, comedians allege pattern of manipulation from owner. Bloomington. Jared Thompson, 47, has long been the central figure in Bloomington's comedy scene. Was it Indiana? As co-owner of the Comedy Attic and co-founder of the Limestone Comedy Festival, he's hosted some of the biggest names, blah, blah. Now his role at the club in the broader endemic appears to be in fact during a contentious group phone call on January 22nd, several Comedy Attic employees and comics aired grievances against Thompson, alleging he used his position of power to engage in inappropriate behavior and manipulation with several women throughout his 17-year ownership. Many of the participants in the call have cut ties with the Thompson and the club. All right. Jared did not resign from the Comedy Attic. We decided to have me take a more public role. So basically, this dude had a wife, and he started, I guess he was having an affair at work. I don't fucking know. And then he ended up like leaving his wife for some younger comedian chick or something. Story as old as time, whatever the fuck. He said, as your belly gets bigger, you're going to have to change up your sex positions. And then he would say, your boobs are going to get bigger. Though Navarro said she had set clear boundaries on numerous occasions, she alleged Jared Thompson dismissed her concerns and continued his unwanted advances in private or over the phone. From the get-go, I was very adamant this was not okay. I don't want to talk about this. You're my boss. This is inappropriate. This does not sound like the behavior of someone who felt. In the April 11th email, Dana Thompson claimed Navarro and Jared Thompson had a friendly relationship. As evidence, she provided a screenshot of Navarro reaching out to her on Facebook on Jared's birthday. Navarro asked what dessert she should buy at the store before bringing it to him to the club. This does not sound like the behavior of someone who felt they were being targeted, abused, sexually harassed, or just made uncomfortable by Jared. All right, whatever. Some fucking drama in Indiana. What else do I got in these fucking tabs? The animal cake is at 29%. Love resin infused re-roll 48%. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys want to watch the Drunk Bimbo Sisters fight again? These are tour guides, so they're in a fight. You guys are drowning. Look, just try to drown her. Look, she tries to put her head. Look, she's trying to drown her sister. And her sister has no helmet on. They're like a level 10 rapid, dude.
You're gonna lose your stuff.
So look at the girl with the helmet. They're both tour guides. They're sisters. Look at, she's trying to put her head underwater. And the other girl's so tough that it's not working. How the fuck are they staying in that boat, dude? Look at this. She's literally trying to put her head underwater. Look at that. Her head could crack off a rock. And this girl that's rowing the boat, she ends up kissing this girl in a couple minutes. So after all this drama, she goes back and kisses her. So clearly those two are dating, but everyone's like drunk on the boat. Look at her. She's trying to kill her again. Look at she's trying to put her head in the water. She's literally trying to kill her. If that other girl wasn't so strong, she could have easily died. Cracked her head off a rock, drowned in the water. They're drunk. There's another girl under them that's completely drunk, can't even sit up. Look at the one. This one cannot even sit up. She could easily die. Look at her. Look at, dude, I would have kicked that one in the head, dude. I'd have been like, let her go, dude. I just saw you try to kill her. I would have like kicked her in the fucking face. I'd been like, you stupid bitch. What are you trying to kill her for?
Hey, you're about to fall out. Are you the instructor?
He goes, are you their instructor? What else we got here? You guys want to look through Reddit real quick? Let's check out Reddit. We got Chiracology. We got BJJ Jim turned McDojo. Owner salty, everyone left. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu does not cure character. It intensifies it. If you are a good person, you will become better. If you are a bad person, you will become worse. But what it does is this. The shy person loosens up. The arrogant lowers their head. The introspective looks into the eyes, and the overbearing learns to respect. Because on the mat, no one is better than anyone else. Neither your money, nor your status, nor your appearance matter. Only what you do with the teachings you've learned matters. But beware, the mat teaches, but does not save. Someone with bad character outside the kimono will continue to be so. Jiu-Jitsu is not a miracle. It is a mirror. And those who cannot face themselves will never remain on the sacred ground, the mat. Okay, so we got a gym owner whose people are leaving because he's probably a piece of shit. So BJJ doesn't change who you are, but what it does do is change who you are. Schrodinger's martial art. Just put the fries in the bag, says someone. Why does BJJ attract so many edgelords? Fuck. I just see red and go hard. Jiu-Jitsu is a game. It has rules. But you've got to get serious about it because it's not a game. Damn, my coach just put the exact thing in a story the other week in Portuguese. Why do people insist on making this some philosophical shit, especially when all they do in jiu-jitsu is try to beat each other up and enjoy violence? My coach is the type of guy that used to brag about getting into and instigating bar fights. Jiu-jitsu didn't make him any better. Dude still enjoys being violent. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Violence against women is not okay, even if she's trying to kill someone. Dude, because it's like a sister thing, dude. It's like I grew up with 4 brothers and 2 sisters. Dude, I don't like someone trying to kill another person, dude, especially when they're siblings. So I just go up and kick her in the fucking head, dude. Kick her right in her nose, dude. Like, you stupid bitch. You could have just killed her. You gotta fucking slap some sense into her. Give me one line to prove you actually listen to Lil Durk. Let's see what they said. This is Chiracology. Everyone go to Chiracology. Get involved. I forgive Wook, but I can't forgive Randy. I forgive Wook, but I can't forgive Randy. Niggas claim 300 at a K you done. My little daughter bad as hell. She ain't even 5. I'm Lil Durk, and I represent the trenches, steady, ready, running from the Jakes. We hopping fences. I regret I caught that case. I had a witness, and when I'm talking the streets, I bet they listen. When I was down and bad on my dick, they ain't pay attention, man. I fell down on my knees when the law came. All right. Yeah, Durk's in federal custody right now. President Trump just commuted the sentence of Larry Hoover, the leader of the GDs. But he commuted a federal sentence, so he's still got hundreds of years to do in state time. So they're saying it was just like a sort of a propaganda, this little like trick by Trump where he really didn't do anything, but it looks like he kind of did something. We got the skateboarding action. Let's see what else. Pop heard around the world, BJJ.
Put this grip together.
Someone's about to get their limbs popped off.
On this.
Ooh! Oh, did you guys hear that? Ow!
Oh, I think I heard a
Ouchie.
crack.
I did too.
Who got cracked? Is that Fiona?
You put a lot of pressure on this.
Ooh! Oh, that's her ankle, huh?
Oh, I think I heard a crack.
I did too.
Oh, fuck, dude. That's gross. Check something out here. Trying to set up some TaskRabbit jobs. I got people getting back to me. Let's see. Even if, let's see, the bed will be taking parts, so it's not that heavy. It's just two. Make sure I book for 2 hours with you. All right, I'm going to confirm this task with this lady. It's probably going to go bad, get a bad review. Anytime you got to haggle about price before the thing. One guy gave me a bad review the other day. I knew I should just charge him an hour. Whatever, it's fucking people sometimes. All right, so I just scheduled this. 1 second. All right, let me see where this fucking job is at. So I got to be there at 2. It's like 4 hours from now. Let's see where the fuck it's at. One second, people. Let's see where the fuck this place is. Oh, fuck, it's all the way south out that way. What do we got here? What are you guys talking about? She has 2 ankles, Bryan. It's okay. Yeah, but she didn't even tap. It's fucking crazy, dude. But that Fiona's fucking badass, dude. The one who's getting her ankle broken. She's like top dog right now. I don't know who did that to her. Gallbladder stone up close. Personal. Man, this looks painful. That's a gallbladder stone. Oh, those are stones? Holy shit. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Jesus Louises. Those are gallbladder stones? What the fuck is that, dude? Phosphorus stones? What the fuck, yo? What's happening to these old bricks? I'm in the masonry section. Inside garage. See pile of brick dust. What's going on with my bricks, this person's wondering. See, then you get people to comment what they say about it. Looks like some insect or bird has been pecking or eating these old bricks, 100 years old. I'm in the Northeast. These types of orange bricks are pretty common for old masonry. It's easy to think that maybe there's some kind of specific eternal cause other than time and elements, but the reality is that orange bricks like these are considered to basically just be random poor quality bricks from that time period. Maybe they had poor mixed, or maybe there was a bad position in the kiln and didn't get baked long enough. Who knows? They tend to fail much faster than the surrounding bricks. Ultimately, they need to be cut out and replaced. All right. See, the Frisian people, they were the builders, the architects, dude. They built the buildings.
She see me, she gonna know who that is. It's not okay to dish if you on video suck a dick, man. Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
So what do these people say about this?
She gonna know who that is.
They say, what music video? Lady Bin Laden. So Lady Bin Laden eating dick in Bukaday video. I was wondering if the hoes getting hit. CTFU, they be acting too hard. What's CTFU? Every hoe does that. But true, they should stay in their lane. Who, what? When niggas gonna grow up, y'all get y'all dick sucked and fuck all the time. What's the point of shit like this? Now, if a hoe take legal action against y'all, a requirement for using Bin Laden should be this. Spell his first name. It's not Osama, it's Usama. UBL Usama, whatever. I don't think she'd even have a case, whatever. Fuck. Here's why Texas is banning all THC products. Wholesale beer TX. So alcohol is being affected by marijuana consumption. Support a full hemp ban amendment to Senate Bill 3. Unregulated THC hemp sales. Child targeting. Threat to legitimate industries. But they circled a thing on the bottom. Wholesale beer or wholesale beer TX. All right. Will something like this ever be found? Alternative history. There's a pyramid in the water. Is that an AI image, probably? It's already underwater things. Pyramids ain't that fucking fascinating. They're all brick too, brick pyramids. Got way more impressive buildings and architecture. Historic preservation, some old building. Some MMA news. If it weren't for John Jones, I would have got a title shot a long time ago. My chances to fight for a title are getting smaller. Time is running out. Yeah, John Jones is a piece of shit. If you guys keep up with the MMA world, he's a fucking dumb fuck. He's the heavyweight champ. But Tom Aspinall should be the champ. Whatever. Blocks are not bricks. That's why shitty brick is hurting, because it's shitty. Let's see. RFK Jr.'s fluoride ban would ruin 25 million kids' teeth, cost $9.8 billion. These fucking morons. Yeah, it's because of your children's teeth are getting rotted because of the fucking water, you fucking losers. Speeding Monroe County DA who refused to pull over and said she would not prosecute herself has been investigated, and it was found that she did nothing wrong. The investigator claims their close relationship had no bearing on the report. Okay. We made a mobile chicken coop from an old hay wagon. All right. What else we got here? Secrets of Rome revealed. Mysterious monuments, Roman fountains, 1800s photos, lost tech, Roman ruins. Hear me out. Let's have a night. So this guy's got a bag of shrooms, some sardines, some tuna creations. Looks like this dude's going to eat some shrooms mixed with other shit. Today I learned that the males of the red-backed spider are not just killed and partially eaten by females during sex, but they actually offer themselves to their wives in an astonishing gesture of sexual sacrifice. Great. Taylor Swift announced that she has finally purchased the rights to her entire back catalog of music. Creatonotos gangus, Baphomet moth, named for its four inflatable cormata that resemble horns. else we got here? What else? What else? What else? Anything going on? What's this about?
Yeah, what's up?
We're fighting over a gun?
Bro, mom, what's your fucking business?
People don't help. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, a girl's beating up a dude.
Don't break it up. People pull out cameras. See this shit, look.
Girl's beating up a dude.
Don't help.
You play too much. Why you?
Working while beating up a dude.
Talking about might as well.
Ooh, she need him in the head.
What's she doing?
Oh, that's another girl, maybe. Oh, I thought that was a dude. It's like a dyke, maybe. Let's see what comments are saying.
Yeah, what's up?
Kids recording.
Pull out their cameras.
What is that thing? That's a person just kind of crying. Love her fat booty. What the fuck did I just watch? Get Wild in South Shore. A real woman. Great role models for the kid. Quite literally the most ratchet event I've ever witnessed. The fight, the booty shaking, mid-scrap to signal this is not her first rodeo, and the small child recording just to... How they know a small child's recording? Saw it in the mirror or something? CIA up 1,000 points. No way a 3-year-old is recording. I'm cracking on everything I care about. Start shaking that nasty shit. Where? How the fuck? Oh, is it like a 3-year-old in the mirror? Is that how they know? Whatever. There's like a 3-year-old filming it. All right. The Chiracology, y'all. Get up on it. Get active. FBI leaders say jail video shows Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide. There's video clear as day. He's the only person in there and the only person coming out. You can see it. Great. Guess that's open and shut case. Guess we got nothing to talk about that. This is how plants breathe. A microscopic close-up of a single stoma on a boat lily leaf. What else we got here? Guy starts dance party. Those who have cut off their parents/family, how is your life now? Yeah, no, I wonder if someone grabs my hair. Because I was watching a fight the other day where a dude grabbed someone's long hair. And like, if I have the advantage and I'm kind of showing them mercy and they grab my hair, I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm gonna really fuck you up if you don't let go of my hair. And if they do something like rip it out, then I probably would just like hurt them if I just fuck them up worse or try to get back at them, like rip their shit out or do something to them. But I don't know. All this violence, I'm getting older and older, man. This violence is going to get harder and harder. Like I almost got into a fight with a security guy. I almost popped the security guy in his face yesterday because he came out with his arms out and his fat belly. They think if they stick their arms out and walk up to you in their fat belly and go, get out of my way. You're in my way. You're touching me. You're touching me. And they push you with their body. I think it's legal or something. And he stepped on my shoe when he was doing it. I really wanted to punch him in his fucking face because he had no one else with him. He had no other security with him. He wasn't a cop. He had some little female security old bitch with him, but I could have easily cracked him in the head. No one was going to help him. I could have either elbowed him, kicked him in the head, punched him, elbowed him, whatever. I wanted to have some mace. I could have maced him. I need to get some mace. Just mace a dumb fuck like that. With Rot Cop being the latest culprit of that nonsense. What are they talking about? I bet it landed him 5150 for real, for real. Who's that? What time is it? It was 10. See, we got the phone charged a little bit. We had to charge your phone on this break. What we'll do is we'll walk back down 16th Street, try to get some numbers back up on the stream. The stream fell apart right here when I charged the phone, fucking around on the Reddit and everything. Fucking around looking through my tabs. Cat the Bryan, the Book of Alchemy. People don't want that shit. They want fucking ridiculous shit with me and the slaves. So we'll get back to that right now. I'll switch over to my phone real quick. Give me a second here. Yo. All right, let's get back to shit. It's the worst gear to have in a fight. Long hair? I don't know, dude. Someone wants to fuck around with my hair like that? I don't know. Will they get an advantage in the fight? Maybe. We'll see, though. See how it works out for everyone. All right. Switch over to the phone. Sorry, I couldn't help you with this. I don't know what you're talking about. Check this task rabbit shit real quick. Up moving for Joe N. Sue wanted something done at noon. Looking for an extra set of hands to help unload a U-Haul truck and place it into a new rental house. Mostly entail boxes and single carrier items. Wait, did I already fucking deal with this one? Oh, that's Sunday. That's something different. All right. So what fucking job did I move? Let's look at this real quick. Who canceled what? What the fuck are you talking about? Marissa Y. Aarons. All right, Brian. I need some help assembling boxes. Put them in a nearby dumpster. So that was for today. All right, whatever. Gives a fuck. Do this. Fuck you people. Give me a second here. Let me turn my task rabbit shit back on. Fucking goofy shit. Come on, you fucking fucktards. Alright. You go to StreamYard, get this fucking going. Got all these task rabbit jobs fucking set up. Alright. Get this back on. Do you guys not click on the sponsored things? You scroll down a little bit, so you're not clicking on a sponsored link. Alright, good as fuck. Let's go. O'Shea, you aren't fighting. Stop playing. I don't know. I literally, dude, I really wanted to fucking punch this dude yesterday, dude. It's security, dude. Oh, my bad. Let me get rid of this. What's that? Jesus Christ. You ain't fighting. Stop playing. Hey, jiu-jitsu, you do fight. So, I mean, shit. Basically, fight during jiu-jitsu. Rolling around. So it's like, shit. But then if someone wants to do something in the street, I was doing kickboxing training last week and jiu-jitsu, so I'm going to put some of them to work against this dude. I would rather use pepper spray, maybe. I don't need to be rolling around with these fucking slaves. Because it could go south, because all the slaves would take their side, you know what I mean? So I could get jumped by like a mob of people taking the security guard side. That's how slaves do. All right, give me a second. Let me put this shit away and we'll get back on the road. Walking, talking to slaves. All right, good times, good times. This show on the fucking road. Good show on the fucking road. Am I right? Am I right? Right is right. Right is right. Ugh. All right, here we go. Wrath. See the wizard. Oh, wonderful Wizard of Oz. Everyone, be sure to tune in to OTW at 2 p.m. It's going to be a great stream because they're making a meme out of it. How do you charge? How much you charge these guys for doing their tests? Right now, it's like $35 an hour, but I've had it as high as like $80 an hour in certain areas. Right now, I got it at 35, but the jobs are coming in fast. So actually, I'm gonna up the price. I gotta do that at some point today. When the jobs keep coming in, you just keep upping the price till the jobs slow down. So since I keep getting jobs coming in right now, I'm gonna up it maybe 40, $45. See if the jobs keep coming in, and take it from there. All right, damn, sunny. I gotta brighten this screen. All right. So now I hit them up with a 2-hour minimum. So whether I'm there 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, you get charged 2 hours. Because you got to travel to these things. You know? Like the one guy on the errands thing last time. Wanted me to pick up a box and drop it off somewhere else. Didn't want to do the 2-hour minimum. Then I asked him how much he wanted me to charge you. I told him how long it took. I said, how much you want me to charge you? He said a number. I charged him that number. He said 1.5 hours. I knew I should have just charged him the 1 hour because then he ended up giving me 3 stars. And he's like, it's because it doesn't matter how I travel to get there, bro. He's like, he took the bus instead of his car. Doesn't matter, dude. I would have charged you there. I said, how much do you want to be charged? I said, this took me 1 hour and 45 minutes. How much would you like to be charged? He should have said 1 hour. Because that's what he wanted to be charged. But he's a fucking bitch. I hate when people do that. Is that a crane, a landmark? This is a bridge. You got the 16th Street blue shirted security people. So they've created the 16th Street where the cops sit there. I ran into that detective earlier. They really monitor 16th. They really keep the homeless out of it. Really keep it clean. It's got all these uniformed retards around. Bridges are kind of interesting. Got train tracks. Trains are pretty interesting. Train tracks. Frisian people probably invented trains. The Fryans. It's kind of wild. What is this thing? A piece of art? Why is it shaped like this? It's kind of weird. All right. Slaves should be just starting their lunch breaks, early lunch breaks. Might catch them wandering around. Streets look kind of empty, though. They're probably not going to be out and about for lunch for like another hour, half hour. Bridge. Yep. All right. Where the fuck are the slaves? Get out of your office. We've been live for 2.5 hours. What the fuck? I was supposed to go live for an hour, and then OTW was going to go live, and I was going to wrap it up. Gotta write some fucking jokes. When can I get on stage? What's today? Friday? There is a show tonight at a weed dispensary, but I think I gotta work tonight. I got a job at like 6 p.m. tonight. USA. 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 Whenever I scream that around brown people, they get all like, ugh. Like I'm telling them, leave the country. I love Trump. USA. USA. Look at this guy. This person. Is a boy or a girl? He's got an Indiana shirt. Very corporate. Vaccinated up. Got a weird face. Is that dude a huffer, dude? He has some weird stain on his face. USA. Fucking cross this street real quick. I gotta run. Gonna get run over. All right. There's barely any slaves out. They get to go on lunch, you know, when they get told when they go to lunch. You go to lunch between this time and this time, slaves, and you all do it at the same time. Slaves. Good afternoon, slaves. Beautiful weather. How can they get offended by that? How dare you call me a slave? So what you gotta do is you gotta hit them up with lovely weather we're having, and then slaves, because then they're like, oh yes, yes. They miss it. Shut up, Lord. It's a nice day out for slavery. She got mad. He left. I love that. I love when the girl's like, ugh, you know, like fucking violently angry, and the guy's like, yeah. Ah, man, it's such a nice day out. Chubby Asian, ugly bitch. Headphones in. Ask them who shit in the bean dip. Hey, slave, who shit in the bean dip? What bean dip? Someone shit in the bean dip. Is that like a meme from a show or something? My favorite muffin. Name of that bakery. Yeah, the slaves are fucking not on lunch yet. I gotta take a shit myself. I'm gonna have to end this fucking stream, dude. Fuck. Hey, pals. This message was self-destruct. Got a cop on a bike. Tattoos. Hello, sir.
How are you?
Good. How's the action been?
Uneventful right now.
Uneventful, pretty chill.
Nice.
Keeping an eye on 16th.
Sir.
Keeping the homeless out. Keeping it clean.
Let's leave the homeless out, but yeah, keep it clean.
Well, they do though. They're not in there. Something's keeping them out.
Some of them still live.
Oh, okay. Hey, do you think people should be put in handcuffs if they haven't caused loss, injury, and harm?
Well, it all depends on the incident.
So someone could, even though someone didn't cause loss, injury, harm, they could be put in handcuffs. Do you have an example?
Using narcotics, being combative. There's multiple instances.
So you could be combative without causing loss, injury, or harm? I don't know, dude. That don't seem right. Like, if you're not causing loss, injury, or harm, how can it be justified you get put in handcuffs?
I mean, handcuffs can come off as easy as they go on.
Right, but like, I think the law has to embody the loss, injury, or harm aspect. It doesn't, but it shouldn't.
That's not for me to say.
Like, you just do what you're told. Yeah, you just don't think. You just do what you're told. But then how come you can't come to the conclusion that if someone didn't cause loss, injury, or harm, you shouldn't be putting handcuffs on them?
You're under the impression that you have to steal something or hurt someone to be put in handcuffs?
Loss, injury, or harm. Yeah, if you're not committing loss, injury, or harm, you should not be put in handcuffs.
A lot more crimes than those crimes.
Name one of them.
Smoking narcotics.
Okay, so if someone's smoking narcotics, like say right now, marijuana, does that count? Is that a narcotic?
That's legal.
It's illegal in Denver? So if I was smoking it right here, you could put me in cuffs?
If I felt the need to, yes.
Would you? If I pulled the joint out right now and lit it up, would you put me in cuffs?
If you were just talking to me like that, no.
Well, okay. How would I have to be talking for you to do it?
It's not even talking. It's all behavior.
So I could blow smoke in your face right now?
I would probably put you.
But what if I blew it in the air? But I'm smoking it right here, right now. You wouldn't put cuffs on me right now for that?
Not necessarily.
But you could. You could have the option to. Okay. Interesting. I don't know, man. You got a badge, name and badge number?
Yeah, here. Would you like my card, sir?
Yeah. You can say it out loud for the live stream, though. You don't want to? I'll say it out loud to the
My card,
audience.
sir.
This is Nick Ciardulo, badge 15037. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So do you like these types of interactions with the public?
Absolutely.
You do like this right now? So you encourage this?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah, we have nothing to hide.
Nothing to hide. You do have the sunglasses on. You got tats on.
Okay.
A certain type of haircut. You have a uniform on.
What do you?
A lot of cops have tattoos nowadays. A lot of people have tattoos, but a lot of more cops are big. It's been more popular within the police community.
It's popular with society.
Okay. Those sunglasses, do a lot of people have those types of sunglasses?
Yeah, whatever sunglasses that protect their eyes.
Okay. It's for protection of your eyes, for safety.
For my vision, yes.
Okay.
That's why people wear sunglasses.
Gotcha. Well, I don't know, man. I just feel like if no one's causing loss, injury, harm, probably should be left alone. Because when you go to, it's my opinion, because when you go into a courtroom, who's the person that's going to be on the other side of you that you've caused loss, injury, or harm to, right? Like, let's say the marijuana thing. You say, if I lit it up right now, you could arrest me for it. Put me in cuffs. Take me in.
Get you a ticket for it. 100%.
And what if I didn't want to give you ID?
Then I would handcuff you and I would think because you were.
Would I end up going to a jail, or would it just be?
Marijuana is a civil infraction.
So would you have to, do you have the fingerprinting stuff with you? So you would handcuff me and fingerprint me for lighting up a joint right now?
If you fail to identify yourself, absolutely, because that in itself is a crime itself.
Okay. And you have no problem with that, putting someone in cuffs? That's an arrest when you put them in cuffs, right?
No, it's detention.
Detention. Interesting. Play on words there. Seems like an arrest. Detention, arrest. So civil infraction. So it's not a crime. It's you have to pay a fine, payable fine. Yeah. You got your buddy coming.
Hello there. I'm on live stream. You are too.
Have your name and badge number, please?
Sigapuri 16066.
Sigamurray.
Sigapuri.
Sigapuri 16066. A lot of sixes. You got similar sunglasses. They're like the colorful.
Like colors.
They like colors.
Right.
Like rainbow flags.
All that stuff.
All that stuff. When you're out of uniform, you guys are different people.
Oh yeah.
Get drunk,
We're
snort coke,
everyone else.
gay sex.
All of it.
Whatever floats
Yep.
your boat, doesn't matter.
You do coke and gay sex?
Well, no, not
Okay, so that's
gay sex. Why not?
Well, isn't cocaine legal? What if you went to Amsterdam where it's legal to do
Legal
coke?
in Colorado.
not legal in Colorado or the United States.
Really? Federally? Didn't it get decriminalized in like Seattle or something?
I don't know. I don't work at
Oregon?
I think Oregon.
So you could do coke in Oregon?
It's not legal. It's criminalized.
Oh.
Like a petty offense or something.
Yeah.
I don't enforce the law there, so I don't care to know it.
If someone's not causing loss, injury, or harm, should they be put in handcuffs or taken to jail?
Me?
Anyone. This is only lost injury or harm.
You could let him answer the question.
No, I'm explaining to your.
But you don't have to. I asked him a question. He could answer.
I mean, I have no obligation to answer your question.
But he encourages this behavior. He said it's transparency. Now you're being reluctant to answer.
I'm on my lunch break on a sidekick. I'm not being transparent. I'm waiting for my food.
Cool. So can you answer the question?
I don't have to answer.
You don't have to answer the question. But he encourages that you do. He said it on stream.
I came over to talk to a friend.
What?
I said myself. You asked me how.
Well, why would he be different than you?
Because we're individuals. Because we're individuals.
Nice meeting you, dude.
Just like you.
Enjoy your food. What?
So we're all individuals just like you.
But why would he be like that?
Not everyone walks up to me with the camera on my face live streaming, right?
You said you encourage it.
I said that's what I do. I said
Yeah. Did I walk up to him? He walked up to us.
and he doesn't have to answer.
He doesn't have to answer the questions. You don't have to answer either. But why do you encourage him behaving like that when you said you encourage this type of behavior? When you talk, when you interact.
Him to do anything. I encourage him to be his own person.
So you encourage one thing for yourself, but not for others. That's weird. The thin blue line. You gotta stick up for each other pretty good. Well, like I said, before he walked up, I think we were saying when you go to court, if there's no one on the other side, like you were saying, we were talking about it's a civil infraction. So basically you're just collecting money. So no crime is committed, as you're saying, but we want to get money out of you for smoking that joint. That's what you said with the civil infraction, right?
I'm done answering.
Ah, you're done now. Your buddy walked up and ruined it all, dude.
Ruined your live stream. All your viewers are going to be sad.
No, you said you encourage this behavior. Now you're flip-flopping. Now you don't want to talk no more. Yeah, why?
Because I have things to do. I'm not.
No, you
I'm
don't.
not here.
No, you don't have things to do. You're just sitting here. You're flip-flopping. First you said this is great. We have nothing to hide, transparency. But now you're done talking because that guy walked up and ruined the vibe. Okay. All right, Nick. Nick, right? All right, you too, brother. Jesus Christ. Fucking slaves. That seemed like a nice guy to get involved with, huh? I wish I had a joint to light up. Put him to the test. Put me a cuffs and fingerprint me, huh? These fuckers gonna have it out for me. They're gonna make little notes. Be aware of the long-haired guy. He's trying to run on his ass. Let's do a police tattoo review. What kind of artwork is on it? But he has a flat pancake ass. O'Shea is their daddy. Ask him who has more rights, you or him. I know, you could tell, dude. Like they try to hold it together and then they fall apart. Like everything they say, they don't stand on anything. They just say anything. Say anything, do anything. Shameless. No accountability. Says one thing, does another, flip-flops a couple of minutes later, doesn't know what he wants, what he's talking about. Doesn't know what the fuck he stands for. Both come up with them goofy glasses. I don't have to answer your questions. See, it was like perfect. The one guy, I caught him alone, got an answer one way, then his buddy shows up, and all of a sudden everything's different now. Everything he just said is out the window, and he can't stand on it. Once the dude leaves, once his buddy leaves, I asked him to double down on what he said 2 minutes before, and he can't. Now it's no longer cool to talk. Now he no longer wants to talk. You can't say why. They don't know why they're doing anything. I just enforce the law. I just do what I'm told. I don't really think about shit. And if I do think about it and pretend to have a conviction, I'll flip-flop 2 fucking minutes later. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Let me look through these comments. Pigs just want to be friends. That little guy is getting real mouthy. This is great. Keep it going with the pig combos. Hello. Black doesn't crack.
Thank you.
You're very pretty.
Thank you.
See you later. See, she's just a security guard. That's my line. I'm getting every time I see a pretty black woman, I always got to hit them with the black don't crack. And once you go black, that's all I got. It's like my same little spiel with the slaves. She was like an African slave or something, though. I mean, an African black person. Oh. Let's see. Be miserable if you spend your day like this. A day like what? Talking to police, talking to slaves. Why is that miserable? Let's see. This is great content. Typical American retard. Order following flip-flopping liars. O'Shea. That guy's going to be thinking about that interaction the rest of the week. Great work. What are we paying them for? Yeah, it's like no one ever really confronts them, right? Like, it's interesting how these. What's up, dude? I like your outfit, man. Are you a Oh, you got this. Oh, you're a Jehovah's Witness. Oh, wait.
Yeah. No, I'm with them.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yep. How you doing?
I'm decent, man. Are you a trust fund baby?
No.
Oh, okay. So have you experienced lack in life? Hey, you know when Jesus went in that temple and got violent?
Oh, when he flipped the table because they were preaching in the synagogue. Yep.
Yeah. What if I walked up there and I flipped your stuff over there? No, I'm just saying, like, would that be violence?
I think the volunteers probably wouldn't appreciate it.
I should, but it's a test, right? But it is violence, right? I mean, technically, I could get arrested for that, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be good.
But that's what he did, right? So that wasn't good.
I think he was angry because they were
So righteous anger.
So it wasn't against him.
Didn't he whip people?
Jesus?
Yeah. He had a whip in his hand, didn't he? As he was flipping those tables, he had a whip in his hand as he was flipping those tables over. That's for sure. And then people say, I'm doing a live stream, but people say, oh, he was just shooing them out with the whip. Like, shoo. Maybe tapped him a little bit.
Is there a scripture that you're referring to?
Yeah, it's somewhere. What is that? Matthew or something? It's the, you know what I mean? He's flipping tables over. He had a whip in his hand. It was like that they use on cattle or animals. He needs some money from you, dude. Give him some money.
I don't carry any cash.
It's not very Christian to not give homeless people money. Well, that's why they got violent with him, because he got violent. That's why they put him on that cross. All right, though. I'll see you later.
Jerry Shrimp, man.
All right, yeah. Cool guy. Just looking through the comments. Hey, Spud, let me ask you something. Just looking through these comments. Can't smoke green in Denver? I know. First he's like, it's illegal. I said, well, what if I lit it up right here? Because I probably wouldn't arrest you. So what if I blew it in your face? Then you'd go in cuffs. What if I blew it in the air? Oh, well, it'd be I'd have to, I could arrest you. I could not arrest you. He goes, I definitely would give you a ticket, though. So he definitely, see, that's where the difference comes in. Because he's like, oh, it's entertainment. But if I lit that joint up and he's definitely going to give me a ticket, which I don't even think is true, dude. Could challenge him on this shit. Should have rolled up like a fake joint, like took a rolling paper and just lit it. That'd be something, getting put in cuffs when it's just rolling paper in the shape of a joint. Should have lit something up. I should have challenged that fucker. Denver, ask him why he supports slavery. R.I.P. Joe Rogan, you are a frauditor now. Are you a frauditor now? PayPal's this message. Blah, blah, blah. Ask them. All right. I don't know, dude. It's interesting. Interesting shit. Very interesting. What are we paying them for? Yeah, that's a good question. What are we paying them for? He's like, I got shit to do. He's just sitting there on the bike. The other guy walked up looking for action, like he's going to help his buddy, right? Captain Sabaho. Then I asked him a question, and one cop goes, yeah, that's his kick. He wants to know about Los Angeles. Like he's got to explain to his buddy. He's got a baby step hand walk his buddy through the process. Couldn't just answer the fucking question. Then he completely flip-flops on everything he said 3 minutes ago. Fucking dude. So he has no credibility based on that interaction. Lost all credibility. Court on the side of the road. In a courtroom, that dude has no credibility. He flip-flopped on his answers 3-4 times. And he's the one with a gun right there, putting people in cuffs, handing out shit. Goddamn slavery, dude. And then they start joking. Oh, you guys are completely different outside when the uniforms come off, right? Outside of work. Cocaine, gay shit. The guy's like, yeah, all that shit. Yeah, all that shit. Right? Like it's a joke, but he's half serious, but kind of fully all the way serious. Yeah, we're completely different guys. We get freaky. Yeah, we do all types of shit. Like it's a big joke. They can't jail a ticket for smoking what the creator. Yeah, how would that go down in court? How would that detainment go down? How would that ticket go down? So what about that? Would have been a perfect thing if if he can't ultimately take me to jail based on what he said, which he probably would have. But if I don't give him ID, then he's not going to pull the obstruction thing, but he's going to pull out his fucking fingerprinting machine. But then I go to court and show up and try to fight that. So what can the consequences be of showing up to that kind of courtroom setting? You know what I mean? If it's a civil thing, then those are the perfect kind of cases to get our law practice in. What do they just increase? They could just make the fine fatter. Like what can they ultimately do to you in a civil thing? Fuck with your credit? I don't get it. All right, what do I want to do? Let me walk around a little more. I got a job to go to in a couple hours. I could do some shit. I could eat. I could exercise. I could write jokes. I got to write jokes, people. You could get me a notebook and a pen. Dig one out of my car somewhere. Gotta write jokes. That's all I really have to do. I really don't have to be live streaming. As long as I write jokes, I don't even have to fucking work that much. As long as I get food in my stomach and some sleep at night, and I'm writing jokes, practicing my jokes, like that's money in the bank. Like that. I'm not saying, oh, I don't have to work because I'm lazy. Like, no, the writing the jokes is the work. That's really all I have to do. Need Paul on panel with you. Yep. I mean, me and Paul always do something kind of cool with Man on the Street. But I also do some cool stuff on my own with Man on the Street. But yeah, never hurts when Paul's around, that's for sure. He does the heavy lifting in between interactions, keep the audience engaged. All right. We'll walk up this block over here in the shade. Might end up ending the stream. We had some interactions. We had a couple police interactions, a couple security guard interactions, a few slave interactions. We got to promote some books and what YouTube channels and websites. What else did we do? You know, might not have been the greatest stream in the world, but we did something. Fuck, man. It's going on 3 fucking hours. It's crazy. Time flies. This is your exercise routine, Bryan. Yeah, I guess I do a lot of walking on these streams. Kind of walking for about 3 hours, 2.5 when it's besides sitting down, charging the phone. I do a lot of walking, and I'm lugging around some bags, so that's gotta add to the exercise. Lugging around this laptop, bag of food and water and shit. Yeah, my left calf muscle is pretty fucking strong and big. Must be from all the walking. My right calf muscle, I don't know. I think my leg muscles are different. I got shot in my right leg. Sometimes I feel like the muscles don't work the same on that leg. But yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling kind of complete. I'm gonna end the stream in the next block probably. I'm gonna sort of do whatever. I got a few jobs lined up. I think I'm gonna increase the rate on TaskRabbit since jobs are sort of flowing in. I gotta work tonight. I got like 2 jobs tonight, this afternoon, this evening, and I got a job tomorrow. I got a job Sunday. So that's gonna be plenty of money to keep a little food in my stomach. Allow me to crawl into the car at night and crawl into the car and get a couple winks of sleep. Got some more bike cops we can interact with. I don't know. It is an option. Should I give them a pass? See, they're peeking around. They're peeking around though. They're peeking. Security pie, blonde. See, you flip it on them though. Most people see them and get scared, right? You flip it. Now when they see me, they get scared. Oh, fuck, it's that guy. Live streaming. He's gonna ask us questions and hold us accountable. What the fuck does civil mean? That's an interesting question. Civilian. It's a civilian fine, not a, I don't know, military fine. Because we're under military, what do they call it? What do they call it when the National Guard comes in and people under like military control, martial law? Yeah, it's like undercover martial law going on. So that's why it's called civil. Because most other things are part of the martial law, slavery. Get a flat cot to sleep on. Yeah, I gotta figure something out. I used to be able to make a flat surface in the car, but I fucking piled up some tires I need to get rid of. I'm like, oh, I gotta keep my old aluminum tires because I bought some steel ones. Am I being seen in this mirror? I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah. Something happened. Something went on. Did it. It just hit the 3-hour mark. All right, guys, go do whatever you do. Go do. Do. It's okay to go live now, OTW. You didn't have to push your stream back all them hours because I was live. Go live right now, OTW. Because they're trying to make a meme out of you. That's your title, OTW. Trying to make a meme out of you, bro. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. We'll do it again. Maybe tomorrow. All right.